my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Hey everybody, what's up? We are here doing one of my old favorites, and I get a lot of emails about this deck. It is not tier 1, warning, but it's a lot of fun. It's mono green land destruction deck. Marco Vaggio in the house. Hey, thank you for joining us. Olesh into the river and Shirazaman. All right, yeah, you said it, Olesh. Pauperganda Friday, thank goodness. Hopefully it hasn't been as long of a week for you guys as it has been for me. A little less what would you call it? Combined show today. It's just my old mug again. Little fights 4,000 miles away again. So anyway, without further ado, we have 15 lands in this deck. Why, you might ask? Because we have 4 Wild Growths, 4 Sprawls, 4 Tinder Walls, and 4 Arbor Elves. A lot of 1-drops, a lot of ways to accelerate. And believe it or not, just like elves, sometimes this deck gets flooded, and it's no rhyme or reason. Anyway, there's no mana cost or curve here. I just put it here visually so we can all see it. So we've got 4 starters. We have 1 pendant. This card is kind of a thorn in your side. When you see it against aggro, you don't want to see it. But against control matchups, maybe they're out of land destruction range, and every upkeep you can look at your top card, see if it's something you want. It's probably against, that sort of deck you probably want to Crusher, or against other decks maybe you do want to keep trying to get the land destruction, and it helps prevent flood and sneak a little blue into the deck. We've got 4 Crushers, 4 Acid-Moss. They're kind of spread around here. Sorry. We have 3 Reap and Sows, 4 Thermokarst. We have 2 Penumbra Spiders. The biggest issue with this deck against like Boros Kitty or whatever the hell you want to call it these days, flyers. We got Skyfishers, Delvers, Sprites. So I run 2 of these main. We run all 4 Mold Shamblers, and our little tech from long ago, Claws of Wirewood. This card's really a house nobody sees coming. It kills Skyfishers on down. It's kind of the Evan Carr's Justice of the Air. I run 2 main because it cycles, and I've gone up to 4, but I like the mix of the spider combo, just having permanence. Sometimes Stompy can be hard for this deck. Obviously, if they have Quirion Ranger, we're just dead in the water. So there is that. We have 1 Sandstorm between the Utopia Sprawls, Tinder Walls. We're able to achieve just some red mana. You don't want to rely on it too heavily. However, we're kind of a dog against Affinity without Shaman, so I made room for 3 of these in the board. And our other sideboard, we've got 3 Archers, 2 Moments Peace, 3 Talismans for more of that ramp feel, and got to have something against burn. I messed around with Quiet Disrepair, Shiraz. Maybe you can bring that up in the chat, or I mean in the bot. And I even sampled like 2 Tree of Tales with a full set of Quiet Disrepair in the sideboard. If you're running into a lot of burn and you like this kind of deck, that's a good thing. We have a pretty good game against burn because you kill their mountains and they don't have much. So, and then 2 more Spiders, the 3rd Wirewood Claw there. Thank you for that, Shiraz. And 1 more Sandstorm against decks like Stompy and Affinity. So without further ado, let's see if we can win any games with this. Been having it runs hot and cold. I've had I never win lose with this deck. I'll win like 5 in a row, then I'll lose 4 in a row. So just be warned. That's kind of how things are going. So yeah, Quiet Disrepair is just a backbreaker, and I might go back to it. I don't know. I haven't seen much burn lately, but I haven't been playing all that much. My youngest, after Little Fight visited last week, his name's Aaron. He has just been bit by the magic bug, something fierce. He comes home every day, wants to play, and so I haven't been online much because I'm usually devoting my magic time to him. Like we walked to the library yesterday and played, and just been having a good old time. So I have been paired. Okay, well, uh-oh. Are we going to crash here? What's going on, Magic? Oh, here we go. All righty. Well, the old shenanigans return. We have no mana, so we're going to mulligan. That's a pretty easy decision. And we'll keep this little clunky hand, but we like that a lot. We'll put this on the top and go from there. All right. So, but yeah, my little man's been, he's really into Goblin, so we've been playing a lot. And I haven't been online. Remember what I said? One of our worst matchups is Affinity. So we might be in trouble already. I'm going to roll this out here. I'm actually going to choose red. very few times you want to choose green with this build anyway. But it's a pretty flexible deck. We'll see. I mean, like any deck, if they've got the nuts playing Stompy or Affinity, we're kind of a dead duck in the first game. So, what's up, Hexerin? Thanks for chiming in. And if you're in the shadows hiding in the chat, please just say hi, type a period. Who knows? Do something. Let me know you're there. So flying solo here and don't have much. Yep, we're going against Affinity. Probably going to lose this one. I know that sounds very doom and gloom, but it's the reality. Got to get our artifacts online, and we know he's got Galvanic Blast. Why? Because he's playing Affinity, of course. Let's go here. I'm going to drop the starter. I'm thinking of dropping the other one. 2, 4, 6. I'm going to do that. You can play... Actually, I can't. I should have... That's when, if this did make green, we could have double played that, but it's all right. We still have 2, 4, 6, 7 mana next turn if you count this, but this will probably die. If I chose green with this, I could have tripped that, had 2 Voyaging Satyrs out and been all right, but we'll see. Plus, the Tinder Wall is an interesting option against ninjas. Stops a lot of stuff. Usually trades with some good removal with Stompy, so, there's that, but it's a fun deck. And like I said, when Fridays come around, I'm getting further and further from playing established things because there's just so many videos on everything out there now. How to play this, how to play that, and it's just kind of boring. I mean, I might debut or not debut, showcase something soon. Like I've got a new Stompy build I've been tinkering around with. Maybe next week, I don't know. We'll see. When Fridays hit, I usually feel pretty roguey, and the numbers don't lie. Whenever we have shows that are just weird deck lists and just fun, it always makes for a better show. And so, speak of that ad nauseum, but we'll see. Okay, hey, he doesn't even attack. Good. I guess he's just not willing to trip anything. Okay, so we've got some good stuff here. We can go 2, bring this back. 4, 6 will get us. I'm going to hold off on. Well, hold on. If I trip this for 6, yeah, I'm going to trip this. The only problem here now, though, is he's going to throw that to the Atog, so I don't know if I like that play. 6, 7. Can I make that come back from the dead? I can. Interesting. This is a tough call. Let me see here. If I trip that and get the dude, let me see. That's 6, 7. I mean, I've got Crusher next turn if I kind of chill out here. So, this is weird. Yeah, let me just bring out the Crusher. I don't think he can go really Nova here. And we'll be able to go crazy with that. Let's see. So that's 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we're going to have it. Just debating whether I want to do anything else here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gosh darn it. I think we're just going to pass here. I'm taking too much time. Really nice with your Brews Deluxe. Everything else you can just watch on YouTube. Yeah, that's kind of the thing I've been getting. Every once in a while I'll get messages about that and stuff. I mean, when you add up the people going, can you please play this weird thing from long ago, to the person saying, I mean, maybe 2 emails about, can you play Stompy or Elves or something, and they were long ago. And like I said, those videos are well established and stuff. And so, and also, as a tempter at bringing you kind of good commentary and just keeping the show moving along, it's just like set reviews. You kind of feel like things get a little broken record sometimes. Lackerding, what's up? All right. Ooh, we got the big stuff coming down here. So, what to block? I'll block the frog mine. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 if he wants it. Should we block? Let's see. He's out of mana, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 7. I kind of want to block that, just so he loses a permanent. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we don't have. I'm just gonna go for it here. Now we could opt to sacrifice Tinder Wall and do 2 damage to an attacker, but we're not going to do that. All right. So he loses a prism. It's okay. It's one more permanent down. And here we go with this plan. To just play real careful when you're tapping these for mana and stuff. What I like to do is get out, and again, this is all theory, I like to get out the Crusher, then do land destruction before the attack for obvious reasons so that it doesn't pay dividends there. So Kuntz Phrasen in the house. I love seeing you play elves. Oh yeah, you're the one. No, just kidding. Yeah, I think I played it twice on Pauperganda. I went 5-0 once, and I think a 4-1 was the other one. But yeah, maybe, who knows? Maybe it's elves' time to come back. We'll see. You all know I love my forests. Okay, there's a problem here. Said, let's see, does he have a lethal talk? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I might be forced to block here. What is your guys thinking on that? Oh, I've set a new setting too. Let me know if you notice less delay. I had it set. It might mess up some of you if you have a really bad connection, but others, hopefully it doesn't. So, well, oh gosh, I think we have to block because that's 7. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Yeah, we have to block here. But what do we block? If I block this, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Well, we're after permanence. I'm going to make him have to do something here. Outside way of doing land destruction, making his a Tog eat him at least. But see, if we just had one blocker there, this game might be ours. But, you know, he between Fling and what is it, Battle Rage, there's so much stuff there. Oh, look at that. Well, that was a really good scenario. Probably means he's got another one in hand. Let's see. Yeah, thank you for that, Lackerding. All right, so he's got another one. Let's see where this goes. And another one. Okay. Well, now, we're going to go here with this. I think we'll just call green on this one. Remember, we do have one main deck, what do you call, Sandstorm thingamajig. We'll untap this. And then we'll kick this. Kaboom. Not sure what to grab. Let's grab... Ooh, the equipment might be the best call, because he probably... You know what? I actually am going to take the equipment out, so he doesn't have a cheesy blocker with the Crusher play there. That's fine. So that got bigger. Now, depending on what he has here, I mean, I can't hold back the Crusher, so I've got to roll here. And I've got a double block with the Tog. He's not going to have much bait if he doesn't kill the Crusher here. Let's see. What's he going to sack? 1, 2. Things are going to get grim quick. Let's see what he favors. Plains. Anybody got a list on this guy? What's the plains for? Maybe enchantment hate and then games 2. I'm not sure. See, I'd like to Reap and Sow here, and we easily could, except that, you know, one of those Togs can sneak through with all that damage. So we're going to be in block mode. Good news is he's not going to be in sack mode, and we'll go from there. Because if he sacks stuff, that's just going to play into our hands there. But it's a nerve-wracking game. I mean, if he's got any tricks in his hand, we're dead. So, as usual against Affinity. One of these years, I'm going to play Affinity, I promise. Maybe. But yeah, my little man, he's really in his Goblins deck. He took a shell of one of my old decks, and he's all over it. Uh-oh, this isn't boding well. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, we're dead. All he's got to do is attack and then alpha swing here. Card drawing would be a bummer. Let's see. Coming on in for this. Well, Tog's going to hit us regardless, so I'm going to make it at least appear like I might be able to. I'm going to pull a untap and make him think that maybe we've got some trick. So maybe it'll keep him from going all out. I don't know. Probably not. But you got to play to your outs, right? I'm going to untap this. Make him worry a little bit. Who knows? But yeah. Now remember, rewind the video. I said one of the worst matchups is Affinity. So know that. But hey, this was for a game one. This was actually pretty close. Well, I mean, one more attack, we've got that. But again, just that little hiccup. This and Stompy. That's why it's kind of, I'm not going to bring this to any big tournaments. But if you can dodge those, it has a really good game against a lot of other decks. And it can really, I mean, if Stompy doesn't pull Quarian Ranger, they're pretty much dead. But it happens all the time. All right, so these are good blockers, but we don't have to really have any Claws of Wirewood there. The only thing good, though, is that they fill up our graveyard, and so sometimes Sandstorm can be an issue to bring online. But we're going to bring in all 3 Shamans. We're going to bring in our Moment's Peace. I'm going to lose the Pendant in this matchup. I'm going to... Let's see. These are decent blockers, so I'm actually going to lose 2 Thermokarsts. I really like... when you take out Thermokarst out of this deck and you look at what we have, this deals with any permanent that isn't a creature. This can be a fetch land, and this can be a fetch. So sometimes when I'm flooded in this deck and the person just has no lands, I'll Acid-Moss my own land to just thin out my deck and make it less. We've only got 15 lands, but sometimes it can feel pretty over the top. Actually, just for defensive sakes and buying time, I'm going to bring in the full set of spiders. Just a nice way of getting around Galvanic Blast. We can block a Tog all day. That's the theory anyway. But I like this. We don't have the quick out with the Thermokarst, but as you can see, our Shaman's kind of filling that role. So we're going to go like this and hope for the best. We shall see. How would a Fog work in the sideboard? Well, we have 2 Moments Peace, so with all the mana that we've got, in theory, we're going to roll that way. So yeah, we'll play first. There's our friends. All right, this looks winnable. And, Manamorphous, I think if you go on my Facebook page, just under Facebook Deluxekoff, I don't know what the hell the link is. Maybe you can find it, Shiraz. There are probably 10 lists of this thing, depending on what metagame I'm facing. So if this is your thing, you like land destruction, believe me, hopefully today that'll showcase. I've locked people out on turn 2 before, because you can start Acid-Mossing on turn 2 with a good draw. Comfortable Penguin in the house. A Moment's Peace worth considering here for a Tog turns. I think we brought in 2. So yes, thank you for chiming in too. Quelch, White Ray of Revelation, I guess. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing too. We'll go here and call red, obviously. Get our little Shaman out there. Boink. Maybe he's got enchantment removal and we'll be in deep trouble. But wait till we see it. Hey, if he does, that means he's slow playing. So start off with a loss. That kind of blows, but what you gonna do? Okay, so we've already got. So you see, we can technically Reap and Sow here. We wouldn't want to, but we'll pull here. Can sacrifice that for extra Shaman math. Thank you for that, Shiraz. That was very fast and nice of you. Out comes the Shaman with, and you never want to play this naked. What I mean by that is not having enough mana to at least kill one thing. What's neat here is if he drops something else, we can sack this and blow stuff up too. So Tinder Wall is really, really cool. I messed with Nest Invader for a while, and I just missed that explosive shutout turns that you can have here. So we can see sometimes there are cards that just win you the game, and this is one of them, Gorilla Shaman. Well worth the ticket price. Well, I shouldn't say that, really. It's probably not worth the ticket price. Well, I'm going to go like this, and we'll call red again. Boop. And we'll go right here. We'll eat that with this. I wish we had something else to do with our mana. We could bring out Mold Shambler and start the beats. It might be the play. Yeah, I'm gonna slow roll this a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna keep it for my. We get Crusher online. You can see why. That's the big thing with land destruction. I'm sure you guys have all tinkered with certain land destruction builds. Of course, nobody likes to play against it, but yeah. Let's hope that the third game goes this nicely. But with land destruction, if anybody's brewed with it for any length of time, you're going to fall into that, okay, blow up, blow up, blow up. Two things happen, either lack of pressure, which we're experiencing right now, or your opponent just gets flooded, or you just start, you get flooded. There's so many things that can go wrong in the machine. So 4 crushers may seem like a lot, but when you see some of the games we'll have, hopefully it'll play for you right. You'll see some explosive turns, and you can get crusher out on turn 3. And then that really shuts the door because it just no way out of that. Here's part of the puzzle. We really want this. So we've got crusher next turn with 2 mana out. That feels pretty good, and the shaman back up. So yeah, this is feeling like we're at least going to be 1-1. I think. I don't want to say that on record because we all know in my past, whenever I tend to be a standard bearer for myself, what happens? We eat a lightning bolt in the face, right? Yeah. All right. Well, this is why you shouldn't play Affinity, because this never goes away. Sorry for that terrible song. This should get a concession. Again, the Tinder Wall. We've got instant land destruction backup. So it's pretty cool. Boy, this guy is stubborn. Okay, there's the concession. I was like, man, he's playing Vapor Snag? What gives? So, let's see. Our Gorilla Shaman's taking the place of our early land destruction. When and if it happens. Penumbra Spider for defense. We did bring in 1 moment's peace. Probably should bring in 2. I'm with you guys there. But what do you lose? I didn't really like seeing Reap and Sow much. I'm going to lose one of those. So we'll run 2 and 2. We're on defense. He's going first. So 2 moments peace in the game 3 when we're on the draw will probably be good. 2 Sandstorm. And I won't lie, that I have an issue. Sometimes I used to run Land Grant in one of these builds just to try to turn on Sandstorm more often. But so I mean, we got some mega hate in this deck, and everything else is kind of organic. What I mean by that, if we don't have access to land destruction or a Tog's out, we can at least go fetch stuff with the land destruction package that we have here. Got to be flexible, baby. Getting jinxed, says Olesh. Let's hope not. We're 1-1 against a deck that's supposed to just really destroy us. All right. Well, that's interesting. Outside of, he kept his 7. Now, I mean, obviously we can trip Tinder Wall and blow up a land right straight away. And then what? I'm tempted to keep his hand, but I'm not going to, just because this is so late game. We've got no acceleration. And outside of a first turn, oh, look at this, and hope he concedes. We got to draw pretty good. I'm going to mulligan. Not a fan here either, but I'm going to keep just because we could see what we're going to get next. All right. I'll put that on top. I think this is going to be a close one. We really need to... I think I'd keep it, says Shiraz. Yeah, I don't know. And again, that makes me feel a lot better because then we couldn't have done anything with the wall. So we'll just kind of slow roll it here. We've got defense. If we draw into enchantments now, we'll actually be able to activate the Voyaging Satyr. I wish people could talk to me and tell me how to pronounce that. Satyr. No, it's not Satyr. It's I don't know. Don't listen to me. All right, so he's got a bit of a slow start. We don't want to see a Frogmite here. Come on, no Frogmite, no Frogmite, no Frog. Right. It's we'll play this out and hope for the best. Be really cool to draw into. Yeah, you know, maybe we've got the spider next turn, which is really cool against a Tog. Pays double duty because they got to sacrifice 3 things to kill it, and then it comes back. And what do we want them to do? Sacrifice stuff. So that's good. We don't want to see that. That's gigantic. 4-turn clock. Yuck. Hexarin says Satyr. Okay. Start saying Saturday, but stop before the D. Satyr. Satyr or Satyr. All right. It's pronounced like Satyr. Boy, see? 3 pronunciations, 1 word. It's not just me. All right. This is when I hate land destruction, when this dude's out. So I'm going to go from here. Going to drop our defenses up. Not drop our defenses. We're going to build them up and hopefully stay alive. Satyr. All right. I think I'm going to go with Satyr. All right. So what y'all playing, man? I obviously wasn't in the challenge last weekend, having one of my old buddies in the house visiting. If you missed that show, it was pretty crazy. We Lit a Fight got here what was it, 8 days ago on a late Thursday. It was pretty much Friday morning, and we didn't waste any time. We went to the beach, did all kinds of stuff. Before we knew it, it was 5 a.m. Friday, and then we went to sleep and a little bit hydroblasted, and so we definitely felt it. So it was a pretty crazy show. A lot more low-key today, but yeah, I think if we don't, there's not many outs of here. If we don't grab our Shaman here pretty quick, we're dead. Shrazmon's been playing Mudtron all week. All right. Well, I'm going to just... I'm going to take it just so Galvanic Blast doesn't mess with my blocking Penumbra plan. I block that, and then he blasts it. We're kind of naked. Oh no, more hate? I think we're going to lose this one, guys. Let me write down that win. We lost one. I mean, we still got the Moment's Peace trick. Maybe he'll try to Alpha Strike, but we still need to draw it, right? I mean, there's that. Well, here's this. I can go search for a land, put it into play. I think that might be the play. Let me make sure. Search your library for land, put that card onto the battlefield. Yeah, so we're going to do that. We're just going to search. I'm going to try to thin some stuff out, up the probability of either a Shaman or right now a Moment's Peace draw. Would love to fit a third in the sideboard for matchups like this, but you F6 little fight. Yes, I did, but as we proved, that did not end up mattering. We're going to go here. Boy, this is rough. This is really rough. I think we're dead here, guys. Hopefully he attacks with the Atog. I can block there. Mold Shambler can come through. It might not even be worth kicking the Shambler. I mean, I guess he's got to sack it on his turn, so that helps, but But I'm telling you, this is a really fun deck. Not fun when you're playing against Affinity, and it's surprising with all the hate. Just being brutally honest, with all the hate we've got against Delver, as everybody knows, Delver's top dog because of a reason, and that tempo play and some one well-placed counter, and all of a sudden you're just like, God, I've got so many good cards against this, and I just can't seem to pull this darn thing off. All right. Best case scenario. Let's go for... all right, well, it's going to die anyway. Let's block here. Let's block here. Take it in the ear. 11 will be at. You should always kick the Shambler. It likes it. Mike Man in the house. Lackerding, too. Good to see all of ya. 14 minutes left on both of us. We're within 6 seconds of each other, but I feel a fling coming on. Something about the way he's tapping things. Yeah, there's another hard word to say. My card frame here. Mwonvuli. Let's see. Let's give me a try here. Maybe the M is silent, so it's Mwonvuli? I'm going to go with Mwonvuli. Anybody got any pronunciation? Boy, did I call this. I think he's got it. How is your Infect deck going? Saw some post on... Yeah, it was... Man, that thing gets some hate. Sorry, I posted that. I was just laughing. The guy was just so like... He was just like, that sucks. And it was like the second game I played him, and it beat him both times. And it was like, well, you might want to look in the mirror there, buddy. I know you might dislike Infect, but you can't say it sucks when it's got you 4-0. I came so close to playing it today. I might play it next week. I'm not sure, but called that one. There's some sixth sense I've got with some of these matchups, and I almost played it. While we're waiting, I'll go over that list here. I think it's called So this is the one I almost played today. Well, we're waiting for game 2. So this is an Infect list that runs 21 lands. Why does it do that? Because it's just bruiser. It's got Bracers, Pytho Burst, Larger Than Life, all 4 Corpse Cur. This thing just keeps coming. And I even run one Monstrify with 21 lands. I mean, that's like half their life total every time Monstrify hits. Very rarely do I see it, which is by design. So that's the... That's what I almost played today. Maybe I'll play it next week. I don't know. I'm very tempted to just wing it in one of these challenges and just have fun. go for it. But, you know, if it starts off good, I feel like a genius. If I crash and burn, I'm like, what was I doing? That's 25 tickets. So pretty crazy. Yeah, and I've always wanted, you know, I love that retrace, and that's the worst retrace card there is. And I was like, I got to make that thing work. And so sometimes just by design, you just shove stuff in and keep hoping for the best. So here's a great example of a good hand if we had that little elf. And if you have a hand like this with the elf, you play the elf first, and then boom, you're just screaming off to the races. But we'll keep this. We've got a good defense. Making wild growth. Tinder Wallet. You'll see. Uh-oh. Are we running back-to-back worst? Yep, we are. Gonna be one of those days. I said at the beginning, Affinity and Stompy. And, you know, that's a pretty high percentage that you're going to run into that. But it's I just think it's pretty funny that the two decks I said we don't want to see is a 1-2 punch right out of the gates. Good times. Probably Stompy. But there's worse things than a turn 1/1 Young Wolf. As my youngest, the one I've been playing a lot of Magic, he likes me to play my Stompy build against his goblins. And it's funny. It's we'll have games where it's like, okay, we got to rebuild this because goblins isn't good enough. And then he'll win like 3 in a row. So, but he is playing he's playing Lightning Axe. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm going to double up here. I'm going to bring this out for red, and then I'm going to bring out a wall because it might eat some it'll stop 2. I'm thinking double wall there, but we'll see. I like this play against Stompy because, like I said, it eats removal if he's got it, and it's better than 4 to the head, which is most of what their removal does. So Tinder Wallet. All right. And if you're new to the show and you're wondering why everybody is capped up, that's just kind of our thing, our lingo from the day one. Shows the old timers in a good way. Loud and proud, all about the Pauper format. So if you feel the urge, feel on free to cap up, and we'll go from there. All right. So I'm going to block this Nest Invader. Kind of a carefree, like, hey, you're going to, you know, waste one of your good spells. I take 1. So the Penumbra Spider is really good against Stompy. That's one of the reasons I leaned on them a little heavier than just the anti-air missile cycling card, Claws of Wirewood. I just liked it. Let's see. So I've got, there's 3, 4. I can just do that. I think I'm just going to do that. I could start the land destruction package, but Stompy's a little too explosive. I want to really kind of hinder his attacks here. I don't really want to trip the wall till I'm just going crazy. I mean, even right now, we're getting pretty close to Crusher math if we get it. So I think Penumbra's a nice little headache for Stompy, too, because it's like, right now, he's like, well, what the hell is this guy playing, right? Back Alley G in the house. Hey, how's it going? Looks like a neat list. Let's hope so. I'm sure it'll win 1 or 2, maybe even go 3-2. We'll see. We're already down. Our first 2 matchups are the 2 worst matchups, so there is that. But yeah, our opponent's probably like, what the hell's going on? But this is a neat psychological play, the Spider, against a lot of decks, because, you know, mostly it's spot removal. Or in Stompy's case, they got to kind of run into it, have something die, and then, you know, use some spell for it. So, although it's tempting right now, when Quirion Ranger isn't out, Land Destruction can obliterate Stompy. But if Quirion Ranger is out, we're dead. And I used to run Gut Shot, and if you want to see those lists, my old Facebook page has a lot of old lists, and probably, like I said, 10, maybe even a dozen versions of this deck, depending on the metagame. What I found, though, was life's a precious resource when you're not playing aggro and you're trying to control the game with land destruction spells. And so, you know, access to Gut Shot, while we do have red, and it does seem good, and it is good for Quirion Ranger and stuff. You know, every time you have the cute trick, they've got the cute counter, it seemed like, and I just wanted to go with more meat. So, anyway, hopefully our opponent is still here. I don't know if, geez, quite the stultified stack here. We play a Spider and he goes running. Hopefully that's what happened. Maybe he's so scared. I think this has a cool shadow quote, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, why can't I boost this up? I can make it go longer, but not bigger. That's weird. Huh. Wonder if our opponent is here. What's going on here? Ugh. Let's see. Nothing else to do. Might as well see if he's still here. He's here. Waiting for the Flash. Not living up to his name. More like the Sludge. Arachnophobia. Yeah, that's a good call, Lackerding. Maybe he does have that. Or he might be multi-queuing. Or he might really hate Pauperganda and he's just trying to make our show suck. Hopefully not. We'll see. But if you do have a kid in your life or access to, not to sound creepy, access to children somehow, a relative, whatever, it's really pretty cool watching them really get bit by the magic bug. I mean, he comes home, door opens, he's like, oh, where's my goblin deck? And it's like, damn. It's like, that's my boy. So, and he's kind of got a mono focus for that. But like I said, his list is pretty cool. He likes he put in those, what is it, the goblin, there's that new one everybody got excited about 2 years ago. It costs 1 and 2 red. It's like Goblin Warlord or something, but all your other goblins get +1/+1. And he's slowly seeing how that doesn't really fit the curve. And every time he's looking at it, he's kind of puts it off for the last play. And so he's starting to really kind of, you see the light bulb go on about curves, and like his lava axe, when he draws it late, it seems genius. When he's sitting there on turn 1, he's like, God, I've got kind of like nothing in my hand here. And it's like, yep, welcome. That's what it feels like. All right, so we're going to take 3 instead of 7. We'll go from here and here. We'll hope for the best. That was a long wait, so he might be on, who knows. I mean, we've got another spider behind it, so it might really slow his roll here. So kids, both sons out here, the wife's out. Why am I here? Gotcha. Hi, I'm new here. Rokobane87, thank you so much for joining us. That's awesome. All right, so we've got a 5/5 Sentinel. That blows. But again, it's better than eating it ourselves. Down goes the spider. Here goes this. See, we're buying time, waiting for that crusher to show up, making it to where he doesn't really want to attack with much. Interesting. What we could do here, I don't know if I want to sacrifice both walls, but we could double block with the spider and use this ability of 1 to sacrifice, do 2 damage to the Nettle Sentinel, maybe if he's completely tapped out, but I think we'll wait on that. Magic builds addiction. Once you start, you can't stop. I've stopped 3 times, but always started again. Yes. Yeah, I stopped for, I think, gosh, what one was it? It was around a little bit after Mirage came out. I stopped for quite a while. It was like a year or 2. And then I saw Kai Bood on ESPN at like 3 in the morning, and I'm like, oh my God. It's like, what is this? And then it bit me all over again. I was at the comic store the next day and haven't kind of ever looked back, especially when Magic Online came out. Then my understanding really, really amped up. All right. Well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana we've got. Well, I'm just going to let that through. Without that mutagenic, we've got a pretty good little stalwart here. That's not going to do any good against us. But it makes for an interesting matchup. These spiders sure are making it competitive. But this is what sucks. See, Quirion Ranger's out, so if I Reap and Sow, he just targets it. The good news is sometimes you can still nail them because they'll return it, and then that only happens once a turn. So then if you really build up your hate, you can have a lot of other stuff going down. So let's go 1, 2, 3. That's 4. If I pitch this, we'll kick this. That'll give the Sentinel some pause. He's probably just going to return this. This tells us a lot about our opponent. If he's, not woke up quite yet, or maybe doesn't know the rules very much. A lot of people miss the Quirion Ranger play. If he sees it, we're probably going to be stuck. Lackerding says he's stopped at Ice Age. Yeah, Ice Age has a secret place in my heart. I was, my buddies were into it the most, and we had like that summer of the Skull, and we were just driving around all over California, Sacramento area, just finding new comic shops and just having a good old time. It was great. Go from here and hope he misses this play. Let's see. Not playing matching lands, so the Vincent Prose. I think it's called Stompy is a bad pairing, right? Yep, as is Affinity, which is our 1-2 punch of what we're facing. So good news is here, I don't think he can attack us unless he's got some real big hate. And we still have Crusher math. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we don't, but with a little help, we'll have it. So he replays the land. Here comes that and that. Okay, well, interesting. All right, well, I'm going to opt to get rid of this with this. And sure, we'll rock here. Trying to get rid of that darn Sentinel. Let's see if we can. And that's why. But again, that's damage that isn't pointed at our head. We'd be dead already if we didn't have all these spiders blocking and eating up all this good damage that he has. So out comes the Pit Sulk, which still isn't that good without Rancor against us, but it's feeling good now, isn't it? Jeez, we are hurting. All right, well, we gotta pitch this thing, darn it. Note to self. Really need more moments pieces. I'm going to write that. I want to get up to 4 in the sideboard. And I need to write a note to myself of why so that I don't later on, 2 weeks from now, revisit the list, go, I don't need all these. So that's what we'll fix. Write it in a black pen so it really matters. Aesthetics are important. And we'll blow this up. He's probably not going to fall for it as he didn't the first time. Out comes the Ranger. There we go. You know, we faced our 2 worst matchups right out of the gates. At least we could hope for is a bad Stompy player, but it doesn't look like we're getting that one. The Flash seems like he knows what's going on. Ravenose Raven. I couldn't figure out how to enter the chat. Been on the Twitch a long time. Just had back surgery and I'm home enjoying your show. Oh, that warms the heart. Thank you for that. And I hope your back is doing much better. Man, oh man, back surgery. Whew. That is that seems riddled with issues. Everybody I know that's had that, or when I hear about it on ESPN with athletes, it's just like rolling the dice if it works or not or stuff. So hopefully you came up 6s and your back feels much better for obvious reasons. I don't want anybody in pain. But hey, what a great thing to have access to, you know. Long-winded Magic games with some old bald guy. Good times. Hopefully I'm good for the healing. Going to try to keep the conversation going here. The Flash isn't making it too easy. All right. We're not doing much of anything. Right now this guy's like, boy, I got to buy. I don't know what this guy's trying to do with our lands. I'm sure it will when it heals. Let's hope so. I know. Wow. Okay. This does not bode well. We will. Huh. You know what? I kind of feel like I want to let that through. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. If I do this, we're dead, right? Yeah, I can't survive that. 2, 4, 9. Yikes. Really want to kill that Quirion Ranger. I'll block. If I block here, we're going to take 2, 7, 8, 9. That sucks. All right. Unblock. Block. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 7. Let's see if this works. Probably not. Positive thinking helps the healing. If he's got any trick, we are dead meat, which is no surprise. We're not supposed to win this matchup, especially game 1. Probably not game 2 or 3 either. Quirion Ranger really puts the brakes on any sort of kill that land strategy. And I don't know what can save us here outside of a moment's peace. No, that's not going to do it. All right, guys. Well, Crash and Burn versus Stompy game 1, which is usually how it rolls if they drop the Quirion Ranger. Way too slow here. Bring in the Sandstorm. Wirewood can go. Might want to keep 1 actually in case he's just for the cycling, but we don't have the room. Spider's in. Peace goes in. Talisman might even go in. Let's see. think we're going to run the same thing out of fear of Quarian Ranger, just to bring in 2 talismans for some life. And so now we've got a full set of spiders. So we've got some, we saw how those, they bought us some time. Not enough, but came close. I'm going to lose the Reap and Sow for the last talisman. Moment's Peace, I'd really like that to be, there'd be a 3rd or even a 4th one there. But the name of the game in this one, boy, is block trade, block trade. Hopefully we can turn on Sandstorm and bring out the Crusher. The reason we brought out Thermokarst is because of Quarian Ranger. We're just kind of rolling with it. We used to have Gut Shot, and it's like with Stompy, they have so many tricks and ways to keep stuff alive. And then you take 2 and you're already down 2 and they've still got it. And it's best to just keep flexible land destruction. We can fetch with this and we can fetch with this in a pinch. So, alrighty. Previous build of this deck, Gut Shot for the Ranger. Yes, Hexerin, that's in my Facebook profile. There's many builds of this. I just have fallen out of favor with running it lately. So, you know, it might be the right call. It might be fit your playstyle better. I found it always came up lacking. But I'm sure you can find video of me saying quite the opposite, depending. So, yes, we want to play first. Pretty good hand. I wish we had our Mana Elf, but we've got a blocker and good stuff coming out. So, we'll keep it. I've seen better hands. Much better, actually. All right. Opponent's it. Keeps his. We'll go here. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna lead with the Wild Growth. I think I'll save this in case he has Enchantment Hate, maybe for the red. Probably not. We'll see. I mean, Tinder Wall does that job too. So I'd love to play Tron deck, says Rounce Raven. Yeah, you wouldn't want to play it against this. I've lost once in a while with this to Tron. I mean, every deck has that. You know, you just draw atrociously, but not so much here. Okay, well, you know, if I was desperate, I could block the Scourge this turn with the tripped wall. I could tap this for the thing, trip it, and bring out a spider right away. That's a little silly. And since we don't have a Mana Elf, and he might run land destruction, you never know. I'm going to kind of spread the love around a little bit here with this. So I'll go here. I'm going to call red on this. I'm going to call this. And I'll drop here. I'll go red on this. And pass the turn. Okay. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got Crusher math. It's turn 3 next turn. So if we draw a Crusher, we can just play it. Otherwise, we got Spider backup. And against even Stompy, it's good because, you know, they have a lot of bears. And it as we saw last game, it really, you know, slows the board down. But maybe not enough. We'll see. What is he sacking that for? Oh, okay, for 2 of them. All right. Well, hey, look at this. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this. Boop, boom, pow, bing. Have fun with that. Aristocrats is really fun. Okay. Well, here comes the love. We'll drop that. See what's going on. I hope he can't kill our Crusher. Maybe he's playing Lignify. Who knows? But, you know, hey, let's little round of applause for the deck. I told you, hopefully it shows up. And that's a turn 3 natural Crusher with not much. And this is what I find. This list, when I do draw this, I'm usually staring at it. So it's why I used to run land grants. But that kind of spoils the surprise, if you know what I'm talking about. Bring this out for some nice defense. And here comes the Crush. Let's see what he loses. Probably a Vault in the token. Nope, he went with Forest in that. Okay. Well, we'll see. Beautiful Crusher, says Ranus Raven. Let's hope it stays alive. Out comes the land. Never know, maybe he got rid of the Quarian Rangers. Okay, well, I'm going to block Problem Child here. Go like this. Block the thing that might not be blockable later. We'll see. And he vines is that. Okay. Bit of an issue. We're going to take a lot. Ooh, 10 damage. Yowza. He's got another vines. This might already be over. We'll see. Ouch, says Leckerding. Yeah, I've been playing Stompy with my boy, like I was saying, against goblins, and gosh, there's just sometimes, there's a card that was in my old list, and my Stompy deck in paper is like 7 years old. But Shiraz, can you get ready? I think it's called Briar Shield, and I keep looking at it going, like, dude, I don't need. Now this is when we do like this. So we're gonna Acid-Moss. We're gonna go get a land. We're gonna add to our library there, and now the Crusher will sting a little bit more in theory. But every time I played it, I'm always like, and it always seems to mean the difference. So yeah, Reynolds Raven, you said it all there. It is hard to play against. If he's got any tricks, I mean, we're just kind of dead here unless he starts. If he's got like a, what do you call a Howl Pack right here, we're kind of screwed. This is scary. It either means he's got a forest in hand or just feeling a little too confident there. This is not boding well. Boy, I wish I had Threshold. This would be over really quick. There's the forest. He might have some sort of land destruction nastiness. We're going to block the thing that we can deal with here, and yowza, we're going to be at 2. If he's got any sort of trick here, we're just kind of dead. Dinkweed ducks in the house. Swirling Sandstorm would help. Yeah, to that end, I should probably be a little bit more concerned with... Well, we want something here. Creature or something. All right, well, this isn't so bad. Untwine this. Bring this out. And he's got to lose 2 things, and we can block the other one. We might be able to hold off on... How much do we like Spider here, right? So we can block. How dramatic is this? Might be able to pull off a game against Stompy at 1 life. Watch, he drops a gut shot right in our face. That'd be pretty funny. Hey, so against the 2 worst decks we could possibly face, we have a win against both of them. Let's just hope that we can go win-win. So our spiders are doing double duty. I don't think we need to bring in Wirewood. It does turn on Swirling Sandstorm a bit, you could argue. Yeah, I like this board just for sheer sake of being superstitious. I'm just going to do stuff so that hopefully it does some little mojo in the universe, right? Hooray, with 1 life. Yeah, when I'm playing, I hate that, but when I have a show, I love it because it's like makes for good TV. Okay, so I think that's a pretty decent strategy. God, how much do we want those moments pieces? I've got to really remember to bring those all up to 4. I mean, it buys time, makes stuff work. Come on, Magic, work with me here. All right, we really like this hand. And I'll show you why, hopefully. Let me just slow down here. Yeah, we've got a turn 2 Acid-Moss if we draw land, because we're going to lead with an elf. We're going to drop the growth. Yeah, this is a winnable hand, even against Stompy. We'll keep. Don't want to see Ranger, but even if we do, we got a dead card. Let's be honest. Maybe he trips it early. Next game, elves. Yeah, right. I know. Damn you. Alrighty. Gonna bring this out. We're gonna drop an elf and pass the turn and hope for the best. We got our life in the talisman here, but can't say that you've seen this deck before, right? Uh-oh. Here comes the pain. No Quarian, no Quarian. My goodness. Wow. Well, he's drawing decent. Maybe we can too. Alright, so we're going to go Wild Growth to this. Untap this. This could have been a lot better. If we had a land there, we might have a chance. But, I could pitch that, bring out the talisman, and gain a life. But it's a much better play to just block and at least eat some removal. So I think we're just going to leave it at that. All right. Forest there, we would have probably been able to win the game. That might be saying a lot. He's got 2 cards in hand. We're going to block with the wall. my logic there, we would have gained 1 life here, but we're technically stopping 2 life loss here, so I think this is better for our longevity. And hopefully he's attacking with the spawn. Okay. Down comes that. He's got 1 card. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Bring this out. Tap this. Untap this. Tap this. Trip that. Boy, did I count that wrong, huh? I do that. I mean, we want the spider, don't we? Got to get that spider rolling. Spider, spider, spider. Or do we just gain 2 life? You know what? I'm going to bring this out. I'm going to tap for life, and we're going to hope for the best. Next turn, we'll have kind of a stultified move here with the, we just got to stay alive long enough. We'll block this. Hope we're not dead. 2, 4, 6, 7. Pay our dividends here with our Pristine Talisman. We'll come up to 11. Let me make this a little bigger here. I wish, you know, they would slant these games towards a little more bias. Like, what I mean by that is, like, if I beat Stompy here, I think it should be worth 2 wins, because this is really, really crooked here. I want to play real slow here. Okay, so if I Acid-Moss here, we've got to remember it comes into play tapped. And that would be 3, 4, and I'd still be 1 shy. So I'm just going to play the spider. Two, 4, 5. You know, it's probably worth it to bring out the Shambler and not even kick it. Just so I can trade with 2 things this turn, and it might really slow his roll there. What do you guys think? Untap the wild growth land, trip the wall, and just don't kick the Shambler. Not sure. BTE is like Dark Ritual that doesn't cost you a card. Yep. It's nasty. Yes, says Reynolds Raven. Okay. All right. Play the Shambler, says Kinwaku. Cast it without kicker is worth it. All right. Well, hey, that's 3 out of 3. Thank you for that. I'm noticing a little bit quicker thing. I know if you're just joining us, I mentioned earlier, I put some new setting in Twitch that says it's going to roll faster. So it seems like, are you guys feeling it? When you write something, do you see it come up faster than the last few weeks? Let me know. Watch, he's going to drop. Once we solidify, if we do, he's going to be able to hold out, probably drop a ranger, and then we're going to be like, damn, where's our land destruction? All right. All right, so that seems to be the order of the day. I'll do this. Hate doing this, but trip it for this. Boop. 2 big old dudes. Testing. The delay does seem a bit shorter. All right. Shorter the better. All right. Well, cool. Anybody experiencing like really bad feed? Because it said, you know, if you're on some old, I shouldn't really pander to people that don't have good connections. That's a bad way. I'm not even going to finish that sentence. So if you got a bad connection, you got a bad connection. I don't want to adhere to the lowest common denominator as far as quality of the show goes. So cool. Dex, says Belchermaids. Hey, what's up? Good to see you too, my friend. Yeah, we'll go over the list here as probably again and then at the end of the show, just because it's so weird. But this is one of those decks, you know, I'll 4-1 with it a lot. I obviously haven't 5-0'd with it because you would have heard or seen about it, and everybody probably jump on the bandwagon if that happens. But for the most part, it needs help against Stompy and Affinity. And what did we face turn 1 and 2? Games 1 and 2, Stompy and Affinity. So we will kill this, and we will kill this. I'm going to take a lot. We're at 4. Ooh, boy, I'm glad Vines wasn't there. What's he got? What's he got? What was that? Oh, he dropped. Yeah, what did I say was going to happen? The Quirion Ranger. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, man, I wish we had another one there. Well, you know what? He's got the Quirion Ranger out, so it doesn't really make too much sense to kick this. So we'll just cast it, right? Yeah. Boop. Pass the turn, feeling good. More stuff dies, the better. Turn on our Sandstorm, but we don't have access to red now that our Tinder Wall's dead. So don't kick yes, it's dark, think we duck. Yeah, hopefully he doesn't have a vines or we're still dead. We're getting to that point where we can, you know, the talisman kind of lets us crawl back into this. If you can think of good synergistic cards that will add to our graveyard, please let me know. Best I've come up with in the past, besides cycling cards, is a land grant. Maybe I need to go back to that. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's very true, Olesh. And I've got to look the deck list in the mouth, gift horse in the mouth. I don't know what the common phrase there is using the lexicon I've got available, but that's no lie. That's 2 games in a row. I'm just staring at it. That's a dead card. Probably just better to be a moment's peace. So let me make that. I think running 1 is a good option. Only 1 Sandstorm, because 2, there's just not enough support. Maybe I have to go back to land grants, but again, you know what? I'd have 2 cards in the yard. It's not enough. Mulch, stuff like that. Maybe I need to look into Grapple of the Past, things like that. I'm just making notes. So maybe later today on Facebook I'll have Grapple card style option. I might have an updated list. Who knows? We'll see. Or another creature. Yeah, Utopia Sprawl. I think that's the one we use. It gives you 2. I sure wish if this had 1 more double enchantment growth. The worst thing about this deck, I say it, I think I've played it 3 times now on Twitch, quite a few months apart each time, is this, because it's white border. Ugh, gross. Come on. Not that broken of a card. Reprint it, please. 8 minutes. I don't know what this guy's doing. Probably got, well, if he's got vines, he wins, right? He can only block. Well, no. That's interesting. If he has vines, he doesn't win because we'd be at 1 life if he attacks with everything. Probably best to just wait. Yeah, if it's him. But then, you know, I start gaining life. So there's that. Well, here we go. We're going to Acid-Moss ourselves, which is a neat little ability to build up. Because now we put 2 cards in our yard. We'll drop this. We still get our land, but now we're up to 3, but we still don't have red. But we're at 8 life now. Is he going to let us get to 10? As this keeps going, we don't want to see hunger or vines. All right, the robot's in the house. He doesn't like to attack with ever told MG. Okay, I'm not going to try that. We will block. We're going to block like crazy. We're going to block here, 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 and here. Not taking any chances. How you like them apples? We want to get rid of that ranger. So turn on our land destruction, if anything. All right, there's that. Does he have vines behind it, maybe? Taking 4. Yep, he's got it. We're dead. Patience 1 out of hunger and of vines for an 8-8 when we're at 8 life. Let's see what we were going to draw. Or not. So we're already down 2 games, but it's against our 2 worst. Well, I guess it's not even going to let us see that, is it? Look at this little gray out crap. Oh, well. Boop. Just going to jump right in here again. These matches aren't going too long, so we'll see. That was pretty brutal. Watch, it'll be Affinity again, or we'll see. You know, worst case scenario. All right, really like this hand. Unless we see a turn 1 Quirion Ranger, because we have a turn 2 Thermokarst followed by Acid-Moss. This is a good hand, but we're not going first. And hopefully he doesn't have Daze or running something like that. Forest. And, ooh-wee. So this might really go in our favor if this is what we think it is, being hexproof. Now, be careful with this kind of hand. This is a dream hand. I mean, we could have Crusher. We might draw into it. You do not want a growth here. You want to Arbor Elf. Because of the forest, we've got an Acid-Moss turn 2. Or, you know, Thermokarst into another elf, and then we can have a turn 3 Crusher. So, wish I could drink a beer. Might mess with the drugs. Yeah, be careful with that. All right. Wow, we like this because he's got a little slow roll going on here. And wow. Okay, well, we're going to wild growth here. We're going to tap this. I'm going to put it on this. We're going to untap this. Then we're going to tap this. Now, Acid-Moss may seem cool, but I want to really have an explosive turn here, so I'm actually going to Thermokarst and then drop another elf. You never know, that might be the only offense we're able to muster. But so we got a little gift of the mana gods. I think the universe felt a little bad about handing us our very worst matchups, 1-2 out of the gates. And we did win the second game in both of those. We're supposed to usually go 0-2 against Affinity and Stompy, but we were able to squeak out one. So hopefully the mana gods are feeling a little sorry for me, and they want to give us a little gift here. So we got a little 2-for-1 action going on there. Yeah, now we'll see. Now we'll see what's going on. Oh God, this poor guy. This is probably get the concession here. Love Mold Shambler. I mean, this is turn 3, and we're kicking Mold Shamblers. We could do even more than that. Actually, we will. He's going to have no lands at the end of this turn. Boom. It's games or hands like this that people are like, hey, can I have that deck list? They don't see the young wolf being kicked twice and kicking us in the teeth plays. But boop. And we'll go get a land. Boy, that didn't earn a concession. This guy is tough. Or woman. Speaking of women, Arch Naomi, we haven't seen her in forever. Hopefully it's all good news. I mean, she's got a new stuff going down. Back to the Stone Age, says Shirazaman. Yes. Boom, boom, boom. Time to get depressed. Who doesn't like winning with fungus? A fungus beast. Man, that would be scary. Come out of your house in the morning after eating your breakfast and you think it's just a tree rubbing against the roof, and no, it's a fungus beast. All right. Bringing this out. We're hellbent. We can cast anything in our board. Boy, does this look lopsided. Who needs Crusher? We're going to be attacking for good stuff. We owe 2 so far. Yep. We are sucking. We faced our 2 worst enemies round 1 and 2. Had close ones. Very, I think it made for some entertainment, but in the end we fell short. We got hit with a fling on game 3 and a double kicked young wolf. Oh, there we go. Okay. There's a win. We're going up against Hexproof. Well, Sandstorm's good, but I think I'm going to keep it at that. Want Moment's Peace is in here. Here, only spiders aren't going to block Silhana, but they might do. Gonna lose that. Really like this in this matchup. Darksteel Pendant is one of those cards, and you make room for it. You know, it's easy to side out against like Stompy and stuff, but man, against control, it is just so great. You're like, you know, you're getting flooded. You look at your card at the beginning of before you draw it, and you're like, I don't want that. So, yes, it's a R&D function. You set it all. I look at it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna. And every time I draw it against about 60% of decks, I'm like, thank God I made room for that. Just one. It'd be nice to have green had a way to fetch it. But you know, if you need land destruction, you can find it. If you're flooded, you can make sure you're not going to draw another land. It just goes on and on. At the beginning of your turn, you just pay 1 and you scry something green shouldn't be able to do, and it does it well. I think I leave it like this, guys. I kind of want to bring in Pristine Talismans, but I don't know what I'm going to lose against them. Let's just hope for the best. Definitely want a 3rd Moment's Peace. Probably a 4th, if I'm being brutally honest. Let's go here. We'll go here. And let's look at the hand. Ooh, another good hand. Yeah, we'll keep this. It's tough for Hexproof. They rely so much on their lands, just like we do, enchanting them and getting that first turn. And here we are going and blowing stuff up. So it's kind of mean. But what you going to do? I'm going to always lead off with this, saving our red source for later. Yep, we're passing. Bad thing is, you know, we have quite a few enchantments that are going to help out cards like Ancestral Masks, so got to be careful. There's only one Sandstorm main round, so we have another one on the side, but I'm going to lose it for a Moment's Peace number 3 and make room for yet another Moment's Peace after that 4. So we've got a nice target in our Abundant Growth land there. Don't shame to blow up a land that pretty, isn't it? But gotta do what you gotta do. And the neat thing about the Mold Shambler is if we're screwed over and we're getting just chomped with like, you know, really good ethereal armor, you can take that out too. If they don't have much, but we might not have much time if he's got like a Rancor back up here, stuff like that. We can get in trouble fast. We don't have a tapper, so I'm going to spread the love a little bit here. We'll say red. We'll post this, and we'll go for this. We do have Moment's Peace. That feels really nice in our hand. But we're going to be taking a lightning bolt to turn in the form of creatures. Yeah, Ranos Raven, you're right. And you know what? Maybe I run one Moment's Peace main instead of that. Maybe that's where the third one comes from. And because I don't know if it's worth. It's one card, and I don't. It's like we're trying too hard to activate Threshold. So I think that might be the. And I think one of my old builds had that. It's funny, you know, you come full circle. Moment's Peace main, that would really help with our problem matchup. Main by 1 and just lose Sandstorm. I think that's how I'm going to roll. Because, you know, like I said, brutal honesty, that's what I love about Trial by Fire, doing a tournament like this. It's just like, hey man, it ain't working. We got issues. Next turn we can do this. I don't know if it's worth it till then. Or is it? 1, 2. I'm going to blow it up. I'm just going to blow it up, baby. Never know. He might be sitting on a mask. I'm going to try to keep him out of it. We can't kick it, but we're not going to take that much damage. So do you know that Cartouche has been around a while in Hexproof? What are your thoughts on in the list? I still don't like it. I think it's a good card. If there's mono black everywhere, it definitely deserves a spot. Mono black nowhere to be seen right now. I would much rather run mutagenic. I know it's weird, but I've had really good success with Hexproof. Usually at least 3-2ing almost every outing with my list. But yeah, it's one of those cards. You know, if they came down with a decree tomorrow that said all constructed decks need to be 80 cards now main, and you know 20 in the sideboard, then yeah, I'd find room for it. But with 60, I just don't like it. Just don't like it. We're gonna take 3 for 5. There's another land. So I'm trying to keep him off because, I mean, a mask right now, we're helping him. So that's 2, 4, 6, and it would shut the door on us pretty fast. So we can still keep taking this as long as he doesn't drop like, you know, Rancor or something like that. Okay, well, do I want to do that? No. What I want to do is, do I really need the accelerants here? Debating. I cast Wall. I have a good blocker, and then I can blow that up. I think I'm just going to do that. I could. Well, no. Hey, what am I talking about? That puts it into play. I've got to remember that. Acid-Moss doesn't. This does. I'm going to blow this up. Keep him away from Mask Logic. Go get a land. It comes into play with Reap and Sow. It comes into play untapped. Cast our Wall. Got a blocker, and then we'll take 3 instead of 5, in theory. We've got Moment's Peace back up. So where's our Crusher now, right? Mono black metagame still not really too slow. Yeah, that was my list. Hexradin. That was disappeared when Drake was a thing. Yeah, that new mono black deck called Blackthorn. I had a lot of fun playing it, but you know, it's just typical of me. You know, I come up with a kind of a new style. I think I placed in the top 16, and then it was like just kind of got tired of it. I think it's part of this show is kind of infecting me that way too, where it's like, okay, did that next. It placed again, I think, the week before that. Yeah, but then it disappeared. Very, very hard deck to play in theory, right? So, all right. Well, we've got a target for our next land destruction spell, but how interesting. Does he think I can... wonder why I want an attack with that. Okay, that makes more sense. Well, we're obviously going to block the 2. Hope we draw something like, you know, my Ulamog's Crusher would be nice. 3 made the Crypt Rats, the Black Cartouche. Oh, that one. Okay, yeah, that's definitely not mine. I think I did see that. Pretty cool. Good, we got a blocker. This feels good. This is going to stall his attack, and we've got kickable piece. We just need to draw some meat here. I would really like to see either Mold Shambler or Ulamog. This is why we run all 4. It seems like a lot, but as you saw, it comes out turn 3 sometimes. So there is that. Pretty cool little forest there. Not much forest going on, but interesting. Okay, that is becoming a problem. And I think I'm going to wait on the piece as long as possible. Come on over. 2, 4, 6. I'm going to just let that through. All right. We will take 3. Okay. Spreading the hate options for our land destruction there. Going to definitely favor the enchanted one though, so it doesn't turn on as... This feels good. A little slow, but we'll rock like this. Keep moving. Love Crypt Rats and Unearth. Give Crypt Rats lifelink and wipe the board. Yeah, that's a beautiful play when it happens. There's a few ways to do that. Tends to be one of those win more options though, I've noticed. So just like Sandstorm is in this, right? You look at it and you go, oh wow, that's neat. And then we're seeing like, oh, it really isn't. Kind of has issues. This is when I love Moment's Peace. I mean, this is just a lost game here in most cases, but God, we've just got 4 turns to find stuff. So, did he cast it? No. Okay, he's got that. Come on, land destruction. Why doesn't he just attack with everything here? That's a weird play. All right, I'm gonna give him hope. Maybe make him think that he could have won there. And yeah, Pilgrim's interesting, but like I said with mutagenic growth here, I mean nobody sees it coming, and it saves you from like trickery and a lot of stuff. And there's just so many games I win with Hexproof on attacks like that where the person just and, I mean I could respond with Moment's Peace in this scenario, but there are times like that when it's like, damn, that's pretty cool. All right, well we don't need our Tinder Wall anymore, that's for sure. Did I set this to red? Good. I'm not being a jackass today. That's good to know. Yeah, I ran a Vissian's Pilgrim for a while too. I just love the art on that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know what's going on with my belly this morning. I usually need a bathroom break by now, but I'm getting like this, got this new vibe going here. I'm able to just hang on, I guess. I've had a big old cup of coffee and I still don't feel like I need much. All right. Well, we're just going to piece here and not mess around. Doink. Come on, Crusher. Where are you at? Even so, with all this mana, we need to start doing something here. I know I'm not feeling good unless we see a Crusher, Mold Beast, something. We've got to, and at this point, it sucks because we got to start targeting like Ethereal Armor if we do get the Mold Beast and not maybe the land there. But so he's as good as Hellbent. I like the Aura Gnarlid Primal Hunt Beast. Yeah. Not what we need. Come on now. We're just adding to the enchantment love here. That was a bad play. If he has a land destruction, we're putting both our red sources on one thing. That's not a good idea, Mr. Koff. Hey, what's up with this? Vigilance? What gives? Hey, that's kind of good. Not good enough, though. Austin Sio, 1978, another old timer, but I got him beat by 4 years, if indeed that is the year he was born. That's Mike Man's claim to fame, isn't it? 1978. Look at man, Mike Man, you secretly pulling for this guy because of the moniker there. Sharing digits. Is there some clan I don't know about? The 1978 clan. What's going down? The downside is missing your commercials, says Lackerding. Oh yeah, I'm trying to kind of lay back on the commercials actually, just because they're hard to do, and after show after show after show, I rotate them, but for the regulars out there, I'm trying to kind of lessen the sheer amount of times I run them, but we'll see. Some shows I'll have a lot. October is coming up. I think we got one more September show, and then if you're new to Pauperganda, I really make no mistake, that's my favorite holiday, and we have a very heavily slanted 4 or 5 shows in October that are all Halloween based and really good times. I think there's one show I'm going to miss, and it might be on the right before Halloween because I go up to that big festival every year that my buddy has in the deep woods, dark heart of the wood, baby. He goes all out. We just call him the folk hero because he's got such epic parties, but it's out in the middle of nowhere, out like near Lake Tahoe in the forest, and there's no cell reception, so you don't get a bunch of people going like this all through the party. Everybody just big fires, and there's always a stunt. He hangs himself some years. He's attacked us with a chainsaw without the blade one year. That was pretty damn scary, especially when you're in the middle of the woods. So, and I always feel like Father of the Year because I raised my kids on knowing that as Halloween. So we've always had a real good time with that. Now they're a little too old. They're not too into going up there, so it's usually me solo. But those first few years, it was pretty cool. I remember my youngest one time was kind of like, all his friends were talking about trick-or-treating, and he was trying to tell them about the time he saw somebody decapitated in the woods, and the teacher I was helping out at school that day, and then kind of looked at me like, do we need to have a chat? And I'm like, no, it's all in good fun. He knew it was fake. And all right. Well, this is interesting. So if I block with every single person, hey, maybe Sandstorm will work here, but we have to lose a lot of synergy. But if we do, we got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We already have Crusher math without any help of elves. So I'm going to block this first strike shenanigans. Let my stuff die. That'll be 3 things. Then peace, and then I've got Sandstorm next turn. So this is kind of a fun play. Probably thought too long. He probably knows something's up. But that'll wipe his board. Then we got nothing. We'll be at 1 life. But we'll have a moment's peace in the yard. Is Merfolk any good with the new set? I don't think so. I mean, it might be in 3 more sets when something can support it. Same with dinosaurs. Same with a lot of stuff. That kind of sucks. Because it has first strike, that really sucks because I can't really pull off the surprise death kill thing. Or can I? Maybe I can, no, because he's got a first striker here too. Son of a gun. Well, there goes my plan. Darn it. How do I kill my stuff? What a nice problem to have, right? Ugh. Yeah, that'll block Crusher all day long too. 4, 5, 6. I can't let one thing get through, can I? Yeah, we just got a piece here. Darn it. I wish you would have put that on something else. Son of a gun. Oh, well. That's the one thing I miss in Pauper. I don't know any more tribal decks. Well, there's goblins. There's elves. There's zombies. I'll probably play a version of my Halloween deck on Halloween or close to it. It's a lot of fun, that deck. I got 4 in the yard. Maybe if I grab an Acid-Moss, that'll put 2 more. Then I can trip the Tinder Wall and still go crazy. Otherwise, I think we're kind of dead here, guys. How do I kill my stuff? How can I kill my stuff? If I attack right now, I might be able to do it. Let's attack. Hopefully he blocks stuff. That'll be a neat way to do it, right? Block it, please. Kill stuff. Kill stuff. Kill them all. Oh, man. Well, there's one. Darn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. Why didn't he want to kill that? He knows we got moment's peace. Oh, well. I used to play Fairies You Beat. Oh, forgot about the fairies. Yeah. Yeah, next that last comment. There's quite a bit of tribal going on. Easy oversight, though. Sometimes tough to tell what it is attacking you. All right. Well, we've got to do this. Kind of sucks. There goes 1 card in our graveyard. Gosh darn it. 2, 4. We got 6. We could. We're kind of dead in the water here. We need way too much. We need moment's peace. So it looks like we're gonna lose second game here to Hexproof. Yeah, I got no play. Got no play. 1, 2. Let's at least see if he can kill this. Then we can at least board up. He's got Rancor though, so I mean, there's no way out of this. Come on, block it. Why didn't he block that last time? He knows. He's worked it out. All right. So we're 1-1 against Hexproof. Oops. And obviously not going to show him our hand. That would be really dumb. Really surprised that we lost that game. I think we're boarded correctly here. Yep, just going to go for it. and see. Last Chance Deluxe. Bummer. Tree Folk deck. Yeah, there might be something there. Probably not tier 1 something, but maybe. Well, let me think about this. Yeah, right. Mulligan. Good hand. We'll keep this. That's the one problem, as we saw. Our enchantments, if our land destruction doesn't show up, kind of plays into our opponent's strengths if he's got a good enough hand. And we don't really have land destruction here, but we do have a turn 3 Shambler kicked, if you'll see it. It's just not in the cards. Literally. All right, come on, let's win one of these. We will keep this. Oh yeah, we like that. Top of the morning to that. Boop. Here we go. We'll drop this on this and here, because that way we can drop Wall Elf and then still have our fun shenanigans. Ranos Raven says, I was working on a fun deck with Well-Wisher and Shepherd of Rot. Use the Shapeshifters, gain life, drain life. Interesting. Yeah. My boy, experimenting with goblins. He had that knee-jerk reaction everybody does when not liking Sparksmith. And it's like, well, he's starting to see the energy, the folly in that now when we're playing so much against Stompy. And it's like he just said the other day, he was like, yeah, turn 2 Sparksmith is really good, but I don't like seeing it late. It's just kind of cool hearing him reason these things through. So we've got 2, 4, 6. We're going to kick that Shambler and be off to the races. Drop the starter behind that, which is really good against Hexproof because, kind of eats up the 1/1s and at least buys you a little bit of time. So it sounds like a sweet brew, says Shirazman to Ranos Raven. Kind of crazy indeed. I like this old school artwork Tinder Wall's got, but hey, what's this all about? Mana Tithe. All right. No. Well, that's a ballsy card to bring in against a ramp deck, but it paid off there. How many people are in the chat? I never know that. Sometimes Little Fight's able to find that out for me and stuff, and it fluctuates. We have some... lately it's been in the middle of the shows. Okay, well, we're going to want to get rid of probably... Well, there is that. We have this for this. I think we've got this game. Yeah, this way I can represent. We don't have anything. I can untap for peace, or I could double block. But that doesn't get as much. Next turn we got this. 2, 4, 6 mana next turn. 29 people in the chat. Well, where are they all? Come on, chime in if you're in there, guys. Let me know. Share the love. Say hi. Yeah, that's kind of the point there, Lackerding. I've always tried to make this more of a TV show as opposed to just a run-of-the-mill whenever I feel like streaming. Just try to get like a very concise, make people's Fridays a little nicer, that sort of thing. All right, I'm just going to let this through. Not sure that the land destruction option's good here. He's got some pretty flexible mana. We're kind of hurting here. So, let's... yeah, I'll go here. We'll drop this for red. Unfortunately, make that darn thing a little bit bigger. We're going to untap this. We'll go like this, and then untap this, and go like this. And next turn, we'll have Crusher. We're a little far away from it, but this is neat because this way we have Mana Tithe backup. Not that he has the mana for it, but so we'll kick this. Point it red, just in case. I'm going to drop that Ethereal Armor. I think is the best play. If he has masks, that might not be the best play. What do you guys think? What should I kill? Oh, thank you for that, Into the River. I look forward to it every week. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Maybe somebody's got a lame cubicle job and it's Friday and the boss isn't looking, so I'm just going to eat up my afternoon and make the weekend come faster, and we can all hang out here together and enjoy this old man talking about his favorite format, Pauper. So, all right. Double land, says Lackerding. Ethereal Armor is interesting. Yeah, he could have... This is tough because that first strike could mean issues for the Crusher, but I could always Moment's Peace after he sacks stuff. So, evening here, Deluxe. All right. Hey, Refute. Sounds like me, LOL. Thank you for chiming in. What do you guys vote here? Yeah, it's pretty hard not to be international with everything. We got plenty of time. What's worst case scenario? He drops mask in it, and it's good riddance from there. 3's not going to get us much. Now I'm starting to think we go for the Blossoming Sands. What do you guys think here? I mean, we could target anything but the creatures. Grab the armor. It's pretty. He's got 4 cards in his hand. I'm going to go for the land. Votes, please. Reynolds Raven says Ethereal. I don't want like Armadillo Cloak or Mask hitting. We can block still. Let's see. Thank you for that, Blackerding. Yes, votes, please. We got 1 for Ethereal. Anybody side with me? Take out the sand, says Mike Man. That's what I'm leaning towards. The next one gets it. Land. All right. We will go with this. Pow. Take that. And looks like we're going to take some damage, but that's all right. Hexproof hates losing lands. Do we really cut him on that much mana if we blow up his lands? Yeah, I just, it's very possible he doesn't have any more lands, and I really want to, that turn 3 with Hexproof can be brutal. I mean, we've already got 4 enchantments out. We do have Moment's Peace, but I want to spend my time casting Crusher next turn, not the difference. Let's see. So that's a 4/5. Here comes that. Okay. Slowed him a bit. 4/5. We will gladly take this. Hopefully he wants to block with that warrior. I'm going to attack here. I don't want to block with that warrior. It's all about losing permanence here. Block. Nope. Okay, well, we have this. Let's go here. Rock green on this. Untap this. Hopefully we live. He could technically have... yeah, it might have been a misplay there. He could technically have it if he's got mask or something. Then I'm gonna really regret attacking there. I think that was a big misplay. Crusher with 1 land, 2 backup. Too bad it's not the piece. It's going to tell us a lot. I'm really going to hate if we have to lose Crusher here on a block to stay alive, but it might come down to that. He's got 4 cards, 3 land. That's what I really wanted to keep him off of. It's going to be embarrassing if I lose to Hexproof. There's another land. So just going to pile it up. All we got to do is survive this turn. And if he blows up that land, yeah, we're really screwed if he's got any sort of land destruction himself. Pretty rare that they do, though. I like this pause. I like it a lot. I think if he has a mask, you just knee-jerk, bam, mask, win. I think that would be the win, too. The 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, that would be, well, we might be able to live 1 turn after that. But come on, be like... don't be masked. Don't be masked. Don't be the mask. Oh, it's the mask. Ugh. Can I get a... Jeez. Well, we can live, but man, oh man, this is brutal. Come on, attack with both. You gotta attack with both here. Ooh, this is brutal. The one thing we did not want, and he's got it. We gotta try to stay alive. Ugh. Well, if we draw another Crusher, we might still be able to win. No. All right. Well, our only hope here is that we untap this now. Gonna wait on that. I'll say okay. I'll attack with these guys. Yeah, we really need a Crusher. We could still do it if we have another Crusher, because we'll have the Moment's Peace backup plan. But man, this is that was rough. Best thing he could have drawn, and he drew it. It's like, oh, is he going for overkill here? Never like this play when I'm on Hexproof. That's actually a much better play than going the other route. Spread the love around. Look at this damage. Yowza. Does anything have vigilance? I don't think so. We'll drop this. Plenty of room for Manatithe. Yeah, this round should be called Crushed Dreams. I mean, I couldn't ask for this or Tron a better, more favorable matchup in theory, and it looks like it's going to get there. We really need to draw something good here. It's all right. I mean, not really. It'll take a little heat off, but not much. Tap this. Make sure we get our land right. He doesn't want to play the life game race, which is very smart. Yeah, we got it. Now, see, we've lost because we need to draw 2 cards. We need to have Moment's Peace and the Crusher, and that's not going to happen. Well, we could draw Moment's Peace, follow me here, then followed by Crusher. So it has to be those 2 cards. We've got to get in that order. Yeah, one time, Tranquility. Yeah, you don't think you'd need it against this matchup just because of how, in theory, favored we are, but learning a lot today. Hey, maybe we'll have our first 0-5 outing. We've always joked about that. Never happened, but it could today, it looks like. Who in their right mind plays Land Destruction? Me, baby. I love it. It's a fun deck. Come on, Moment's Peace. And we'll be back after this.
We've all heard the stories. Whoever seeks the Golden City never returns. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't scare that easy. They talk about the unknown, but the unknowns never dealt with us. The toughest bunch of lying, stinking thieves this world's ever seen. No matter who or what gets in our way, every single time we come through. Remember Scarlet Pete? He outran the jaws of death. Nearly. What about Morgan Loxley using her head like that? Who knew she'd be such a natural at diplomacy? And even that mutinous dog, Bedlam Boggs. I personally made sure he was first to lay hands on our plunder. But enough talk. Let's show this island what we're made of. So raise them high, lowlifes. It's time to brave the unknown.
How was your summer vacation?
Gentlemen. I've called this meeting because the reputation of our company is in jeopardy. May I speak candidly?
Of course. Say what you want. There appears to be some money missing from the reserve fund. And according to my calculations, the perpetrator of this crime can only be one of the people in this very room.
Well, that's preposterous. Sir, may I speak sarcastically?
Please do, Peters.
I can't thank you enough for dragging me into this meeting to accuse me of being a thief. Why, just the other day I was thinking, boy, I'm tired of only being seen as someone who's always on time, hard-working, conscientious. I wish someone would notice that I'm capable of cunning, malice, and deceit. And now, I'm a complete man. Bless you, sir.
Sir, I'd like to take this opportunity to speak belligerently.
I welcome it.
One of you twisted bastards is guilty. And if I had my way, I'd bury you all up to your necks in sand, cover you with honey and red ants, and kick your heads in until one of you confessed.
Thank you for your input, Cooper.
My pleasure.
All right, there you go. Now, she made a point.
I'd like to speak incoherently.
I don't see why you shouldn't.
Well, double-decker bus and fancy pants. There's a bird says, tweet, 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 and a cable in my arm, apple cart in summary.
Well put, Mahaffey.
Sir. May I speak anonymously?
The floor is yours, Peters.
The other day, I was at Mahaffey's house sleeping with his wife.
Good God, someone's been sleeping with my wife.
And on the dresser in the bedroom, I saw a large stack of $100 bills. I believe Mahaffey is our thief.
Sir, I demand the right It's my accuser.
I'm sorry, Mahaffey. I must respect that man's anonymity.
Gentlemen. I'd like to take this opportunity to speak posthumously.
It's a letter from Rogers. By the time you read this, I will already be dead.
And Rogers is dead.
It was very difficult for me to sit through this meeting, for it was I who stole the money from the reserve fund. I hope you can find it in your hearts to forgive me. Sincerely, John Rogers, CEO.
Well, that's settled. Who wants a highball, huh? Come on, boys and girls. Cocktails.
Get swamped with horror as Pauperganda Studios presents all the classic horror films from the legendary Pachuca brothers. First, the 70s masterpiece Howl from Beyond. Then, the fan favorite, The Faceless Butcher. Plus, the cult classic Undying Evil. Followed by non-stop horror like Innocent Blood, Grim Harvest, Bloodseeker, Evil Presence, Twisted Abomination, and many more. A murderous mayhem marathon, Rakdos style. Don't miss Pauperganda's horror galore. Coming soon.
And we're back. Sorry for the extra videos there. As you can see, I've been here for about 2 minutes. Hopefully, I was trying to time it right, but everybody's taking forever. I was only going to roll to the 1. So anyway, So yeah, we're 03, baby. On our way to 05. Let's hope. No. Hopefully we can squeak out 2 here. I think I'm going to play this later tonight with the changes made. I just like the deck, and you can't play this in the tournament room. You're going to make a lot of enemies. People don't mind beating it in tournaments, but boy, they don't want to see it in casual. You just don't get that sample size. Everybody quits after the first game. So would I like to play first? Yes, I would. That's an interesting name. His name is Slow Future. Ooh, we're off to the races if we draw pretty much anything. I'm going to keep this. It's a chancy keep. I really wish we had a mulligan and I could see the next card. If it's a forest, we're good. If it's an elf, we're good. If it's a lot of stuff, we're good. We'll keep. Oh, yeah, good for that. Exorcist. Nice one there, Lackerding. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's probably out of all the ones. Horror is very near and dear to my heart. And Shiraz's too. And if I could, I would play that trailer every single show. I just love it. You'll be seeing a lot of it in October, obviously. You know what? I'm going to pull green on this one. Just because of our hand, and I'm not sure what our opponent's on. Hopefully his moniker is accurate, and he has a slow future, meaning no lands. But we'll see. Ooh, white border. Boy, I'm glad we're playing land destruction. I can at least get rid of eyesores. Hey, at least we got some variety too. It looks like we're against Delver something. Maybe it's just Delver, but watch, we're gonna draw dead. Yep, the one way that can beat this deck. A little bit my fault. Maybe I should have mulligan, but you know, forest most probable play there, or creatures, and then we're off to the races, as I like to say, but not in the cards there. Let's kind of hoping for a ninja here so we can at least not get countered. I know, Rhinos Raven, believe me, I'm getting a little I gotta play this, and here comes a sprite probably. God, this is like the white border massacre here. I'm gonna pause like, oh shoot, he didn't fall for it, and then we'll just let it go. Yeah, you said it all. Please beat Delver. I so hope we do. Our first win against it would be nice, but our deck isn't helping us much here. We've got a Thermokarst. And we've got spiders. Oh, so this is, ooh, boy, this is not what I wanted to see. Yet another reason we really, really, really need Moment's peace. Now, here's the deal, kiddos. We got to get rid of red in this scenario. You know what the play here is actually Tinder Wall, Mwonvuli Acid-Moss. You see it? That's what I'm going to opt for. I'm going to trip this. Got to be careful because they have Gush. Really, that's why I'm not targeting an island, but also we might be dead. Take out that red source. It's a slow draw, but hey, his Delver could have flipped, and this would be a lot more grim. But if he's got a mountain here, we're pretty toasted. Almost as good. Not as good. Come on. Gush, and then trip that wilds. Give me a chance. Nivix is online. Looks like we're going to be at least 13 life. Interesting play. Boy, no respect for land destruction. That might say a lot about his hand. Well, what could it say? Why does this guy like white borders? Could this day get any worse? Yes, it could. Here's your third crusher. When you don't need them. When you don't need them. Good thing about land destruction. Not many people play Envelop. If you can bring that up, Shiraz. Heck, maybe I even need a Spore Frog. Who knows? A lot of people play Dispel, but not much going on with hatred towards... Oh, boy, that Delver just does not want to insectify. Is that a word? It is now. Envelop. Thank you, man. You are Johnny on the spot today, Shiraz. Thank you. Interesting. No blue mana plays? I put him on Gush, and he doesn't want to do it main. But no. He would have done it. What on earth do you think could be in his hand? Maybe we got really lucky and he's got a bunch of red cards. Lightning Bolt, Battle Rage. Weird. Yeah, we got that. I kind of want to keep him off land, but boy, we need a blocker. I'm not going to lie. We'll bring this guy out. It'll at least stop the life loss in theory. Love the art on Envelop. I haven't seen it in long enough. I can just squint and make it out, but not enough. How good is Penumbra Spider, though? If they deal with it, they got to deal with it twice. It kills Delver. It stops Core Skyfisher. I just wish there was some spider that had hexproof or something, because when I do lose against Delver and stuff, it's because of the bounce and stuff. So that went really well. That's really what we wanted right there, was just that, great play of just that stultified move. Just got nothing. Now we're going to start blowing up his lands. He's probably got a Gush, but at this point, that's fine. If we draw a land next, we can kick the Shambler. I'm just going to play the Reap and Sow hardcore here. The Penumbra creatures were awesome, says Reynolds Raven. Yes, wow, no flip again. Yeah, no lie there. M1 Gurna, or however you say your name. I apologize. I know I mess it up every week. Yeah, we're getting really lucky. We should probably be at like 6 life right now, if we're being honest. That should have destroy the land, pass the turn. Come on, Gush. It'll be like a double land destruction spell at this point. I kind of want him to do it on his turn, because then it doesn't turn on the Cyclops. It's kind of a must counter. But see, here normally that's kind of when you get that like, oh man, oh shoot, it flipped, but doesn't matter now. We're going to eat it all day long. Shadow Rift. Well, that's going to help a lot. Dang. That sucks. That can come through. He's going to draw a card. Boy, you talk about a way to pay that off. This is beautiful, says Reynolds Raven. What you talking about? Oh, no. Don't kill us, please. Don't have another Gataxian Probe. He's like, what is this jank? I don't know where Littlefight. Oh, man, double probe. We are in it deep. If he's got anything else, we are toast. No mountain, no mountain. Don't drop a mountain. Hey, we've got a ray of hope here. Come on over, Delver. Did you forget something, sir? Booyah! At 2 life. Come on, baby. He's probably got Mountain Lightning Bolt, you think? Well, it's not as dramatic as that other one when we lost to the super kicked Young Wolf, but we're pretty dead if he's got a red source here. And a deep double probe. He's yeah, I know we got a little crazy last week. Usually my show runs PG-13, but last week was probably bordering on R. But hey, you got to mix it up once in a while, right? This is what I hate, though. Without any main deck life gain, we're kind of like, ooh, we're just kind of waiting for him to just, there it is. Is he going to bolt us in the face? Bolt us in the face. Bolt us in the face. Come on, he's got to have the bolt, right? Just bolt. Just bolt. Come on. Bolt. 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 Put me out of my misery. NC-17. Reminds me of that Deep Analysis card. Awesome draw with a flashback. Yeah, I've even thought of running Elephant Ambush in this list. That would be pretty fun, too. Well, I'm going to go for... I'm closer to Crusher if I do that. I've got backup here. Let's entwine this. I'm not going to be a 3/3 is going to run into that all day. This way, if we draw land, we're going to have a... Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, he's probably got maybe another Shadow Rift or something. Oh, wait, no, he chose a mountain. Interesting. Okay. Oh, this is weird. I just know we're going to lose this game. Come on, mana for Crusher. Or no Lightning Bolt. No anything. Don't like this either. Come on now. Are we screwed? Are we screwed? He's going to slow roll a bolt, says Mike Man. Mike Man, you're usually right about that stuff, so stop typing. Let's not make it true, baby. Come on now. I don't know why he didn't attack there. Interesting. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 2 blockers. Yeah, I think he's just gonna, he knows, we know he's got a mountain in his hand. He's either waiting on drawing the bolt, which is very smart, or if he got a blue source, he's waiting on another you can't block this play. So we've got to get that Crusher online yesterday. There it is. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Somebody eager to play this? I am. Yeah, I'll attack with both. Let's get in 2. No, I know you. Here comes the Mountain Lightning Bolt, right? He's going to draw it like right now. And he should. He probed himself 3 times. Come on, don't drop it. That means you got it. Oh, no, here he goes again. Probability up. Yeah, it would be sweet if we pull this off, but there's a lot of cards that win this for him, and that's part of it. And here come up. God dang it. I just can't buy a win today. Look how close we are. This is over if we just... All right, starting with a loss. Slow Future wins that one. All right. Moment's peace for sure. Boy, do we want more than that. Claws. I'm going to fill up the yard. I'm going to keep the claws. I want to bring in the spiders too. Problem here is that we really, really like everything. Land destruction's good against them, so we got to lose the claws. And we probably got to lose the pendant. A little too slow. Oh, I'm thinking 1 Reap and Sow or a Shambler. I'll take Shambler out. Boop. All right, on our way to an 0-4 or a 1-3. Yeah, it is a fun match. I know this is a... Never had so much fun losing, right? Yes, we want to play first. All right. Yeah, like this. Outside of a super fast Kiln Fiend draw, we might be able to keep him off his lands. It's got to be careful of Gush, though. It's funny how often people will bring in Electrickery against this, and it only kills 1 card. But, they don't know the list, so they're like, maybe this, and so it kind of helps slow them down. But it hasn't helped us enough, has it? This is like all aboard the SS Suckfest. And I promise you, I will play this to at least a 3-2 tonight solo with the changes made. The old hindsight. All right. Drop this. We got acid. We got everything pretty soon here. The problem is he going to have our friend the Kiln Fiend out when that goes down? But we'll see. Maybe he doesn't know about Kiln Fiend. That would be a pretty... have to be living under a gigantic rock for that to be the case. Want to bring in Claws for the sideboard against Delvers and potential Dragonauts. Just don't... it fills up the yard, but there's so many other cards I want to see, and I don't mess around. That's why I lose the Prism against like Stompy and really fast decks. Just because... well, I'll bring this out. Let me go like this. I'm going to just try to keep building our board here. I'm going to prefer Acid-Moss here, just to keep getting our lands up. Come on, what's he got? Is this a Gust turn? Oh, he's going to Barrens, alright. That sucks. No one plays Dragonauts. Destroy the land. Be careful not to click through Acid-Moss. I have done that, and it's embarrassing. No idea where Little Fight's at today. I thought he was going to be joining us, but nope. Probably burned him out last week. We've got quite a few little side projects, not Pauper related, going on. So, hey, he does know about it. Gosh darn it. What are the odds? Pretty high, actually. So what do you want to hit, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we could, I think we Shambler here. And take out the red source. That's what I would vote. Because then we'll have a blocker that can kill Kiln Fiend. Let's do that. Let's see if we live. Refute Island, Mountain, Island. And because of the threat of Lightning Bolt and that going kind of Nova, both are correct, but I want to keep him off blue here. What's he got? Is he gushing? Oh, good. I like this. So he's already played a land. He's probably got that Shadow Rift. Maybe 4 Gitaxian Probes and it's just over, right? Here's part of it. Time to F6 ourselves. Maybe I have a problem. You know, I just love this deck. If I go 0-5 today, I mean, it'll be a first for Pauperganda live streams, which is cool. Who doesn't like firsts? But how crazy am I? I will be playing this probably all day. I'm just in a real big land destruction mood. I love the deck. There's some tweaks we've talked about. Going to sneak in a Moment's Peace main, which is really going to help against Affinity, Stompy, and this. I mean, who's going to see that coming? And you're just going to completely lose that Sandstorm idea. Oh boy, he might have it here, guys. One more card. Not sure if the talismans are the way to roll with this either. Does he have it? Oh my goodness, he's probably got it. Look at this. This is beautiful. This thing of beauty. Does he have it? Does he have it? Oh! And we are 0-4. Get the drum roll ready. Oh my goodness. We might go 0-5 for the first time. We've gone 1-4, I think probably like 4 times because I play a lot of rogue, but this is brutal. All right. You know what? He might forget to attack. That was a beautiful, look at that. Quadruple Gitaxian Probe. All right, he's just getting silly now. And before that, in round 2, was we had Stompy in a similar position, kind of hell-bent for lands. And what do? They got Howl and Vines for the win, just enough, and we were gaining life. So, lost. These were all close, though. That one was a blowout because, I mean, let's be honest. Who's going to see quadruple Gitaxian Probe coming their way, right? I think maybe the mana gods are like, hey, land destruction is not fun or cool to play against, so we're going to make this suck. But you know what? If I'm feeling this way Sunday, I'm going to play this in the challenge. That's how much I like playing it. I'm just, you know what? I got plenty of tickets. I got plenty of time. And we're here to have fun. So don't ever be afraid of playing something new. Look at me. I'm live. I'm 0-4. Big deal. Love the deck. Going to do a lot of good with it. So, yeah, I've noticed that a lot with brewing. And I don't know if there's haters out there. Of course there are, but you know, people badmouth if you're playing jank, or there's like my Facebook page with the big infect deck like that. Hey man, it's all good. I think I'm going to play something really roguey on Sunday. It might be the big green infect list. It's probably going to be green though. I'm not sure, but anyway, hey, that was a lot of probing. Jinx was getting close. Lucky drawer. Yeah, hey, it happens though. And you can't blame blue for ever being lucky because they're always drawing cards. So, last one. Chakagu 3. I have never said or read or played against this person, which is rare. I usually see somebody and I'm like, you know, I kind of like this hand just because we can cycle this. But is it worth keeping because of that? We've got our mana boost. We're on the draw. But we got to be realistic. These are kind of dead. We're on the draw, and we're going to draw twice. What do you guys say here? So being real honest, these are dead. Now we could easily have a elf draw. I think I'm going to scoop this. Gives you a little bit of life gain as LDU desires as T-score. Azerial Chimera, good to hear from you. Thanks for chiming in. I'm going to scoop this. That's just too many dead cards. We've got to hit land, or elf without removal. Yeah, I'm going to mulligan. Sorry for the long wait there, guys. This is much better. We'll keep this. We at least have options. Boop. If there was another one of these guys that untaps a land, I know there is. I think it costs 4 mana, and I'm not going to play that. And then there's the Vitality Charm. Believe me, you're not going to hit me with a card that I was like, hey, you never thought of that. Maybe you will. You do, you win a big prize. We'll throw that on the bottom. Believe me, I think if that game show Jeopardy had a magic cat, oh boy, hey, why not round out the day with our worst matchup, right? I wish there were like digital gifts, you know, almost like shots you guys could send me for the beating we're taking today. That would be kind of funny. Like there, Deluxekoff. Here, man, I'm gonna send you a digital Band-Aid or something like that. Marasa. Yep. I ran those. If you look on Facebook, the last list I think had 3 of those. Kind of my anti-burn card. We'll see. Hey, you know, this could be worse. We're a little bit of a slow start. I mean, we've got a Thermokarst, but he's got the one thing he needs out there, right? But yeah, Marasa is never a bad idea. Deluxe, you could make a Band-Aid emote. I don't know how to do that. I know Shiraz is like the emote king. So if he knows of one, he's probably working on it right now. It was funny. I haven't been on Discord in ages, but I went and made Kung Fu Trees his own little badge, and it had this cool little Kung Fu and then the mana symbol for the, you know, green mana and stuff, and he never uses it. Kind of likes being the low mana tonal. And how about shout out to Mathonical? He is, I think, the first person to win 3 challenges now, and he's done it with 2 different decks. One of them was the one I designed, but he's been going crazy with Boros. But boy, that guy lives up to his name as far as like math and just being very consistent. Shout out to him, and also to Basking Root Bala. Saved me this morning because I really like this dark Twitch layout in the chat. You know, it's a little darker background, and they went and moved it and didn't tell anybody. If you Google it, it's like 2-year-old info, and it's way up in this corner in the top corner, little triangle in the top right if you're curious. And it used to be where the little gear icon is. So that was just maddening. I hate when people, you know, change stuff just like that. It's like, oh, I'm going to change it just to change it. It's like, ugh, why do you do that, designers? If you're a designer, don't do that. It's really, really frustrating. I'm just going to try to hinder his growth here. Bust out this. Hopefully keep him off stuff before a Tog shows up. This is the day you win against. Dun, 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 dun. Hopefully, yep, I've tried that too, Ranos Raven. If you go back about a year, I think the first time I ran this, or the second time I was running I've run Veridin Emisaries in this. Sakura Tribe Elber is a good call, nice blocker and such. But yeah, with Pulsar Marasa, you know, I might have to revisit that. That's what I love about this community. You know, I know everybody tunes in to kind of see, hopefully, good tech. Some weeks it's goofy, but hopefully you come away learning something. But I always do too. It's nice to, you know, just have that hive mind of people. You know, if enough people chime in and go, "What about?" and it's like, yeah, you know what? I got to give that a realistic glance here because too many people have mentioned what about blank, and so we don't have any targets. How weird is this? Game 1, we got kind of the surprise variant, and we don't have anything. So what I'm going to do is we'll do this, and we'll at least set up some defense, and then we'll go crazy next turn with a herring. No, Monty Python joke there. Sorry about that. I'm sure Mike Man got it. Did you see the druid that untaps all the forests? The druid, is that the one with like threshold and then it does 2? I think I mentioned that it costs yeah, it costs 4. Yeah, just a way too clunky for my taste, but could be good. So this buys us a turn. Nice little fog effect. All right, time to start acid-mossing. Booyah! You know, I am so tempted. I wish I had the mana to double block this, but we don't. But it'll at least keep us to 4 as opposed to the other. I think this might be a good time to quadruple block because he's only going to be able to kill. Well, he could kill both our elf dudes, but that'll get rid of his forger. No, it's a 2 casting cost. Can you bring it up or send the link to Shiraz and he can bring up the link? I would appreciate that. It's possible, especially if it's a newer card. I haven't. I've been so anti-new card smell with a lot of these things that I might have missed it. All right, we need Crusher, so I'm not going to block here. I don't want to turn on Galvanic Blast here. It's a weird juxtaposition scenario that I'm in against Affinity. It's like, yeah, Penumbra Spider is a great blocker, but the access to Galvanic Blast, it's like, I don't really want to block with it, and then I'm just kind of free-range chicken me the rest of the game. That's even a thing. Come on, man, we've got... You know what? Maybe I blow up my own land here. We've got red access. I'm going to do that. I know this seems really silly. I'm going to blow up our own land. Build up some threshold. And if I start blocking... now I've got to start blocking, which I will. Emailed you my LD list, says T-Score3. Thank you for that. And if anybody else out there, if you're curious... or, you know, have any ideas or want to bounce something off me, care about my input, whatever, pauperganda@gmail.com. You'll answer everything that comes our way. Might take a day or two, especially if you desire me to play something. It might take a lot longer than that, but I usually get back to playtest stuff within a few days. So let's see. Crush and Restore. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, I think that's too much, but you said it costs 2 casting costs, Ranos Raven? Yeah, what's the Llanowar Druid? Let's bring that up. Pulse pretty good with Spider too, though. It says Into the River. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I got to revisit Pulse. Not sure. Yeah, I'm not going to mess around with life totals here. People kind of slow rolling me. They're not running right into the land destruction. But we can crush her if we draw it. Come on now. Yeah, so that stays in the yard. So yeah, Marasa may be pretty cool there. I'll write it down just to revisit. Maybe Marasa over the Marasa versus, and I've got to just write letters to myself because there's a reason I didn't play Marasa and I chose the ramp Pristine Talisman, but I don't know anymore. I think it might be the better call. Llanowar Druid, sacrifice Llanowar Druid, untap all forests. Well, Ranos Raven, I've got a big foot in my mouth because I just said I thought I've seen it all, but oh, I have seen that. Never mind, foot out. Yeah, that whole tap thing. If it was like a Tinder Wall where you can just sacrifice it, then that's awesome. But yeah, not quite the fan there. Make them think I have something here. Jeez, this is Darksteel's 5/5. This is getting out of hand quick. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna block with silliness here. With the land in my hand, we've got enough, and he doesn't have trample, so go get you some. I can at least stop that frogmite from nibbling us apart. Boy, he is really screwed there. Oh, come on. Watch, we end up winning. Wouldn't that be something how today's going, right? We're 0-4, been bitching and complaining about Sandstorm being a dead card. Now, if we draw it now, it's going to feel really good, isn't it? And then it's like, wait, how do you wait that? But come on. I mean, he's incredibly slowed down on that end, and pretty sure we're in the right. Now, I could kill... Do you guys see how I could kill the Forger this turn? That'd be pretty funny, wouldn't it? Yeah, could block, chip the wall, do 2 damage. These do 3. That'd be pretty funny, wouldn't it? So he's running at that now. Okay. Sandstorm's a tough sell without cyclers. Yeah, I think I'm going to... what on earth is this guy doing? Does he have a 1 damage spell? Okay. I'll bite. Did he not do the math? Does he got electrickery? Weird. Alright, well, hey, thank you for that. Chuckagu 3. Sandstorm's a tough sell. Yeah, oh, I already read that. Something, please. That's okay. I'd like it to be something else. But at least now we're kind of, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there it is. Of course, we get a text. I was thinking it might be the very first time I don't get interrupted, but all right. I think this is the Yeah, that's right. I will quadruple block, baby. Boy, he's just, I thought this whole time he was really well-timed strategy with, I'm just going to nibble him apart. But I think he's just, gosh, if those weren't Darksteels, oh my God. This would be awesome. All right. Gosh darn it. But you know what? Hey, I'm 0-4. It looks like we're going to go 0-5 for the first time because we're up against it here. This is Affinity. We're already half dead. But I have had so much fun today. I think I have more fun when I lose. Sometimes it's just kind of run-of-the-mill when you play Elves or Stompy, and kind of easy to 4-1 at least with those lists, at least in my end, or Hexproof. Maybe I'll play Hexproof next week. Heck, it beat us today, right? Against all odds. That should not have happened. Come on, Affinity. What you got? I got nothing. I'm waiting to draw Crusher. Hopefully not land destruction. That's frustrating. And we pass the turn. I'll shoot close end. Injury time. Cheer. Rouse Raven Affinity is too fast. It's a good show, Deluxe, says Olesh. I appreciate that. Any feedback, always welcome. And again, if you don't have a deck list to send me and you want to contribute, you know what you can do? If I have some irritating phrase, everybody knows I hate the word basically, and I hate when people kind of have those just little catchwords. I think I have a few of them, and when I listen back to the show for quality control and stuff, sometimes I'll write them down. And so I'm always trying to, if there's a phrase or something I'm saying a little bit too often, call me on it and be like, hey, I'm tired of hearing about this, because I want to know that kind of stuff. Because anything that's making somebody cringe, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and a lot of hosts will do stuff where you're like, dude, quit saying that, I mean, don't go try to find something, but if something jumps to mind and you're like, well, this happens, then yeah, good times. So we've got our Sandstorm math. Now it's a question of, is it at the bottom of our 42 or is it at the top? Wonder if you have enough fixing for Circle of Protection for red or green into the river, says. I am going to write that one down too. For COP angle. I've thought about it a bit, but yeah, I could revisit that. And there's also, some of the land enchantments that give you any color. There's the one I think that draws a card and gives you 2. Maybe I go up to that and I make it a more flexible deck with Utopia Sprawls. Who knows? But make a Circle of Protection deck. Well, at this stage has definitely enough mana to pretty much prevent just about everything, but we'll see. We are a little over the 2-hour mark, but this is the last deck, and it's Affinity. Well, at least we didn't lose to Delver, right? I mean, it could have been worse. Did we already lose? All these are running together. No, this is the first game, right? I'm so quick to the way today's rolling out. I'm just like, just write a big old L. I should write it right here. Loser. All right. Come on. He's got to draw into some lands here. Turn on our Thermokarst, please. He's already dropped 2 Togs, a Galvanic Blast. That's a really good play there, I think. You don't already hurting for... Man, this dude, he must have like 12 lands in this deck. This is nuts. I mean, we've only blown up 1. Affinity. Never easy. Yes. He has Fling. We're seeing some things here. I'm trying to find the pen I dropped with my feet without looking off camera. That's harder to do. I've got monkey toes. So, hey, I pulled it off. I did one thing good today. All right, well, we don't want this. One thing with Claws of Wirewood, quirky card, love it. Cycles. It does 3 green damage to everything, including players. I've lost a game, I think it was on Wednesday. The guy was at 2 life, I was at 4, and I could have killed him, and I cycled it, and I'm like, afterwards, I'm like, no! Just drove me crazy. All right, we're going to cycle this, look for a cure. Never a dead card. Love Wirewood, but neither is Penumbra. I mean, it blocks everything. You see what a roadblock it's. How dead would we be without it, right? Right now? I think so. Boom, boom. I'm going to Acid-Moss ourselves. And watch, all we're going to do is draw a forest. This guy's probably like, I can't believe I can't beat this deck. And he should. It's we're drawing atrociously. Where the hell? We're almost halfway through the deck. We haven't seen one of our 4 crushers. This is ridiculous. All right, that's going to help him a lot. Now I would really like to draw the Shambler here to turn off his colors. Okay. I'm telling you, look at the value we're getting out of these spiders. He isn't. Oh, God. Man, nix that. Come on. Swirling Sandstorm. How cool would that be? Spread the love. Make it red. Make it rain. Make it whatever. Oh, boy. I think we're dead. So he's thrown out a fling and a battle rage. I think that's all the tricks that deck. I think they only have 2 spots in most lists, and I really like that combo. 1 and 1. 1 fling, 1 rage. I think if I played Affinity, I would do that, but I don't know anything about Affinity. Now his color's showing up. Now he's probably got it. He could have targeted his land and still search for a forest, he says. Yeah, that's true, but I'd rather... that sucks. You know, if I was him, I think I would have waited on that and done it to the other spiders so that you can just alpha strike next turn, but it's not going to matter much. We're dead here in a lot of ways. 9, 8, get you some. You know what? I think I want to block, I'll block here, and I'm going to block here and take 6. We got Crusher Math. Be out of range of 1 with a Galvanic Blast. He's probably got the blast. What has he got here? Yeah, this is the worst the deck's looked. I mean, our opponent, we couldn't ask for... I mean, yeah, he had 2 Citadels, and we just had to keep doing our stuff, but we've been really dead here. Drawing dead, whatever you want to call it. We're at 5. Okay, that's 3 blasts down. There's 1 more, and of course we don't draw anything. All right, well, there's the first game down. Drum roll. If we lose this one, it will be the first ever 0-5 outing. We're going to lose this. We're going to lose these. We're going to bring in our Gorilla Shaman package. Going to bring in our Moment's Peace. We are going to lose our Thermokarsts. I don't want that second Sandstorm. I think I've learned my lesson there. It's going to play like we don't have it. I just think that's... We got the Shaman, we got the Peace. Let's bring in 2 Talismans, yeah? Get some life, maybe be able to reset some stuff. And here we go. Let's hope Mox Monkey shows up. First ever, says Lackerding. Yep, it'll be the first ever if we go 0-5. Like I said, we've had a few 1-4s. We've had a lot of 2-3s, probably even more 3-2s. Probably 3-2 is probably the most probable outing, I think, when you play a lot of Rogue. On our show anyway. A lot of 4-1s and a few 5-0s live. Those are few and far between, though, especially when I'm live. I'm usually making mistakes, but I think our deck's making plenty of them for us today. Yes. I like this hand. I'm going to keep it. What's neat about land destruction, you're probably not seeing it or believing me at this point, right? But what's neat about it is the ability to, when somebody, it's game 2 and they know you're on land destruction, they're more likely to mulligan. It didn't happen here, but, you know, if you have 1 or 2 lands and you're like, it's like, well, wait a minute, I'm playing land destruction, so they might send it back, and that's the theory anyway. But I like the black-white deck with Pestilence, says Leckerding. Yeah, the problem with that one is I almost have to play one of the rounds off camera because the show just goes too long. Those decks, 2.5 hours is like really like that time frame, and I've got obligations after that. I've sat longer than that sometimes, but gotta bring my little man to his parkour class. So yeah, with the Wall of Hope. Yeah, that's good stuff. God darn it, another 4 untargetable lands, and he's drawing them. Okay, well, all right. I'll go here with this. I think we got this one, and then we'll probably lose the next one. We'll see. Tab this. Go get this. We'll turn this on and this on. Do we have Crusher next turn? I think we do. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's who we appreciate. Let's do it. Don't Galvanic Blast us. Don't have Gut Shot. Don't have any good tech. Give us a break. This old man needs a win. What's going on now? Time constraints, says Laggarding. Sheds a new light on Infect. Yeah, I'll go over that list. Let me write that down. So don't go anywhere. I'll go over that big Infect list. Maybe I'll play it next week. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But, I've got a lot of great notes here. Thanks to a lot of you out there. So I can't say any by name. Memories focused on trying to get our first win here. Zodiac is sending me messages. I'm sorry. I'll look at them later. It's one thing I hate about Magic. If he logs off, then I can't really kind of see it till he's online again. We all know this software is pretty crazy bad. Come on, Crusher Town. Doop, boop. Now, if he was playing Terraria, and it's not Terrarian. Thinking of the game my son likes, Terraria. Gives you 2 mana of any color. That would be Burly, because then he could double blast our Crusher. But I don't think he's got that. Alrighty, well, I'm just gonna go for it here. Pretty hard to say no to Crusher, and then we'll turn on the Acid-Moss shenanigans before the attack, and then that usually shuts the door. So be careful. I'd say, why the hell would you listen to me? Because I've lost 4 games in a row live here. But if you want to take my advice for what it's worth, playing this, inventing this deck, blah blah blah. Crusher before land destruction, then first main phase is when you start dropping lands and doing all kinds of mean stuff. And this is where we walk into a what could he have? Well, he can't have days, but maybe this will get at least a concession. Oops, I meant Crypt Rats. Plague rats infect and kill everyone. Yeah. No, I've thought that Pyresius, you could put that on the rats and whambo, everybody gets infect damage. Did a commercial about it. Gonna just F6 and hope for the best. He could double red source and blow that up. There's something. Gonna favor green here if I'm gonna blow up anything. Doomblade. This is Reynolds Raven. Oh, I see. Somebody I beat real bad with there we go, with this list, and they were new and never heard of Pauperganda, and I was like, yeah, check us out. So if you're in there, say hi if you remember who you were. He's probably like, yeah, I'm not going to play that now. Wouldn't blame you at all. We've got the ramp. Not even sure if the ramp's worth it. Maybe we just want more spiders to block with. I think that's the play. Let's go. All right, 1-1 against Affinity. For all the marbles, don't go anywhere afterwards. We're going to discuss a deck list or two, and then we'll have a little slow roll out, a few more commercials, and that'll be that. Come on now, where is our elves at? I don't know if I like this hand. Remember, we have Mox Monkey, and we need it early. I'm going to throw this back. We have Acceleration, and then Stultification. I know I'm saying that word too much now. What do you guys say? This is everything. I almost want to lose. It'd be like, at least we'll do something today. We'll have a first of. Going against Affinity. He is going first. We don't have Mox Monkey. We don't have Red Source. I'm going to scoop this. Mulligan. Be careful of my choice of words there. Mulligan. Much better. We have 2 red sources. We've got defense. All right, we'll keep this. Top of the morning to ya. Let's do that. And we will lead off with you. Actually, we will lead off with Tinder Wall, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, god darn it. Every game he's got that as his first land. Let's hope it's not his second land, too. Yeah, I agree there, Morenos Raven. I wanted to mull that, too. Sometimes they have... I'm just going to accelerate here. We're going to call red. We already got another green source. Tinder Wall next. This for all the marbles, baby. Does Magic have leprechauns? We need one, that's for sure. I think they do. I think Ice Age had a few leprechauns, if I'm not... Maybe, God. Okay, Zodiac. I will read that later. Sorry. Whoop. There's the big beast. All right. They have... homunculus? Yeah, they have those. Alright, so we drew our hate dude. That's pretty cool. Let's drop this. That way we can sack it if we want to. At least we're going to get one land here. We've got Reap and Sow behind it with Acid-Moss. Hopefully he doesn't have just 3 more of these in his hand. That would suck. This is probably going to eat a bolt, but too bad we can't make 3 with this, because then we could eat that too in a pinch. Now what's holding up Chuck here? Oh, does he have Hydroblast? That'd be pretty impressive. He's tapping the drum for something. Or the vertically challenged. Yeah, I know. There's quite a few little cool Kithkins that got some nice stuff going down. Why is he's floating red now? Okay. That's great. I'm still going to eat your stuff. And your Carapace is going to be a little 2-2, and hopefully it stays that way so I can block it all day long. It still wants to eat. If he started out Hydroblast, I quit Magic, says Shiraz. Yeah, I think I might too at this stage. Nah. That took me all about 4 nanoseconds to decide I was bluffing. Come on now. Trying to do a show here. Can't keep talking forever. Oh, interesting. Okay. Gosh, hope the decision tree wasn't that brutal. It seemed kind of a 1-2-3 play there. I don't know why it took 5 minutes, but who knows. Maybe he's got a bunch of kids running around the house, bugging him at every turn. Here comes something I don't want to see. What is this? Oh, okay. Well, it turns that on. Play a land, please, so I can blow it up. Oh, man. Worst case scenario. Chippy stick. Bolt. Wait. Thanks for chiming in. First time you have, and I appreciate that. Good to hear from you. My goodness. Speed is not a priority in this guy's life. Ooh, oh, we were so close. So close. We can't do anything. Look at this. Dead. We drew a land there. We could at least kick the Shambler and blow up the Prism, or maybe... Yeah, I'd prefer the Prism there just because the Sprig Leaf at least costs some tempo with attacking, but what are you going to do? Mox Monkey down. And I don't know if we... Moment's Peace here. I mean, it does fill up our yard. You guys vote on that? Seems kind of silly, but I want to be doing stuff next turn. But he's not giving us any targets. I'm just going to play Moment's Peace. Buy as many turns as we can. Fill up our yard. Maybe we'll find our Sandstorm of 1. How does a guy play Affinity and not care about having a quick game? I know. Well said. Well, I think this is going to be the first ever, guys. It's feeling bad. He's got 3 sources out. He doesn't care about land destruction. We're not drawing really good crushers, or... It's not helping that I have Moment's Peace to 4, but I want to open up the options here to... Ow! Alright, so he took that out. Oh my goodness, look at this. Wow. We are hurting for certain. stuck in a rut. Oh, man. It's a first. I think we're going to go completely defeated. We shall see. Should I peace here? I think I should. I don't really have any other play. I mean, not that we have to do something, but I'm not messing around against Affinity. I'll bring it back. Come on, play a land so we can blow stuff up. Good strategy against us if he's hoarding them. I mean, he's got 3 sources. Don't need too much more. He's just got us dead if this keeps up. Not good, says Reynolds. There's a first for everything, though. What should we title the show so it's not overtly obvious to somebody, but it's enticing? They're like, oh, interesting. Like the, I don't want to call it the completely defeated show when it goes up on YouTube. Maybe is there some funny play on words one of you can think of? Come on. Really? Yeah. You can hear the goblin drums of death now. The war drums. Dun, 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 dun. Here comes the brutality. Very evidently challenged. That's a good one. I'll have to write that one down. All right. Yep, it's going to happen, folks. I don't see a way out of this. I mean, I could, grab Moment's Peace, buy a turn, then it's over. But this is a first. This is a first, but it's been a lot of fun, and we will go over the infect list just a beat. But look at this. Oh, my goodness. Wow. So if I play the dude, he's probably can blast it, right? But then we still take 11. Yeah. So here it is. 9/22/2017. Been doing this over a year. We finally have gone completely defeated. But I love this deck, and I'm a jackass because I'm going to keep playing it. And I guarantee you I will probably be on Facebook within 24 hours saying, look at this. And it'll be 3-2. Let's be realistic. Maybe a 4-1. I doubt it'll ever get 5-0. But hey, love it. Deluxe just passed along via email my take on mono white metalcraft build that I'd love to hear your thoughts on. Hey, maybe I'll play it next week because always looking for ideas. But so anyway, bammo. Let's look how awful this looks. Look at this. 10. It's like, good luck, loser. All right. So that was the tournament. Not much there. But let's go over. This is what I actually might play this on Sunday. I know it seems crazy, but when you're playing Infect, you really want lands all the time. And when you're running 4 of these, it just gets ridiculous. Things just keep coming. And the big difference of this and normal Infect, other than 4 more lands, because they usually run 17 or 18, we run 21. We have a Monstrify, just one of, for those when you get to 5-6 lands and you're just like, all right, that's enough. But the big difference here is we're playing larger than life. Sorcery, again, there's so much Dispel out there. Pytho Burst, Sorcery, half their life. Treetop Bracers. I did run, what was it, the Helm of something that gives things trample, and I had that in here for a while. And then I was like, the decks I want trample against, hear me out, I'd rather have Treetop Bracers against, because I don't want it to be blocked. And so Treetop Bracers, super nice tech. Nothing new to Pauperganda fans. I've run it a lot. A lot of times you get that digital pause. People go, what the hell is that? And they see it for the first time. But brutal if backed up with like a Pytho Burst and the person's already infected a little bit. But so this deck's pretty fun. It just has no right to win as much as it does, and it just does. The sideboard, I got 3 Archers, 4 Gut Shot. Obviously for Delver, but mostly for things like Standard Bearer. Got 3 Moment's Peace, 2 more Bracers against Stompy, that's just so good against anything without flyers. It's just game over. And 3 Pulsum Ross to keep us out of burn range. I probably should have played this today because I guarantee you I would have won at least 2, probably 3 matches there. But 5, but that was fun, and that's the important thing. Yes. So that's that. Let me see. I already gave the shout out to Basking Root Ball for helping out with that. The red inclusion for Affinity is proven not to be good enough, has it, with regards to the deck? Let me go over. I call the deck Greenland if you see it on my Facebook page, and there's many iterations of it. But so to close the show out, we got 15 Forest, 4 Growths, 4 Sprawls, 4 Walls, 4 Arbor Elves, 4. I already forgot how to say it, guys. I'll just call it Voyaging. 1 Pendant to stop screw and kind of keep the flood of land destruction going when you need it. 1 Sandstorm, 2 Claws for the cycling, and does 3 damage to everything. Really good card nobody knows about. 3 Thermokarst, 4 Mold Shamblers, 3 Reap and Sow, 4 Acid-Moss, and 2 Penumbra Spiders. In our sideboard, which wasn't enough, we run the a full set of spider access. We got the Claws of Wirewood coming in again. Sandstorm we're going to lose. Shaman, probably go up to 4 on that when I lose that, and hopefully that might mean the difference, but we're also going to try to fit in 4 of these eventually. So the updated list will be on Facebook in a little while. I'm Deluxikov, Shirazamon in the house, digitally old in my hand. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Check out our YouTube page if you're new to Pauperganda. We've got so many cool little videos, and not to toot our own horn, but we like the quality quite a bit. Going to roll out to a few commercials here. If you're new, stick around. Otherwise, look for the upload later on YouTube. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next Friday on Pauperganda. Here comes Don Winkle, no relation to John Finkel.
Hello, Pauperganda. Don Wrinkle here, telling you about the very first show all about Pauper. It's called Pauperganda. I, Magic Great Don Winkle, fully endorse it. These guys are great. Check them out on YouTube.
The magic of Yavamaya, now in your kitchen. Mutani spaghetti. The only noodles whose power and tastiness are equal only to their legendary ingredients. Our pasta is made from only the finest weather sea, imported from Dominaria straight to your dinner table. Enjoy Mutani spaghetti. Combine it with our signature Raffaello's cheeses and finish it off with a glass of sweet Rashida. Mutani's, the magic of Yavamaya in every bite.
Available at Moros's Market.
I move for no man. So be it. Now stand aside, worthy adversary.
'Tis but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
Well, what's that then?
I've heard worse.
You liar.
Come on, you pansy.
Victory is mine.